you're a hardcore Christian, it's very hard to be one because whatever you go through, you have to think about Jesus going through worse and you really just being kind of his first 5 seconds, so a coochie, you know? You're feline.
Yeah, but that gives you
soft.
That's better though. Doesn't it give you some kind of inner resolve? Like, doesn't it? It makes you feel like problems that seem larger than life are really small because Jesus went through worse.
Exactly.
And it gives you that strength to be like, you know what, nigga? Jesus did it. Jesus did that. I can do this.
And we were talking about
kidney stones.
Yeah, kidney stones exiting the pee hole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's no like
there's no hole on the man that should be
an exit.
That should be an exit.
Except the one we sit on.
Except the one we sit on, which is obvious. We can't help that.
Everybody.
Even if I could, I would change that just because I'm a principled man. I try to be consistent.
So where would you want to shit?
That's what I'm saying. If I could, is like, you know, maybe some like, I don't know, they can take my dick away, so they could probably make it to where the shit just kind of, you know, it goes back into the body. Like, I don't know, like something.
You want to keep all your shit?
Well, nah, it's not keeping
for yourself.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I burp it out. Like they do something to it.
I feel like that's some kind of what's the word? Asphyxiation. I don't be using that all the time.
Asphyxiation.
I just debuted that word.
So, but basically, this is LOI, the show for all the randoms that have never clicked on this before. J Nobles,
Tone Groove,
White Men on the Boards.
Yep.
𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃. But we're here.
He's later than he said he would be.
Yeah.
And I think that like when he walks to the room, we have to make it known that like, dog, you can't be doing this.
Yeah.
You're fucking up the whole flow of everything.
We'll just collectively let's just
blame him for something.
Yeah, let's just all
like, damn it, 𝙿𝚾𝚃.
Yeah, let's just all pick a reason why why'd you do that?
We gotta treat him like Arthur.
Yes.
When he walks to the door, it's like, man, you football head.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you up to, dog?
Yeah, nah. Every
hey,
loser
Arnold,
character.
That's Arnold. Hey, Arnold.
Arnold. Yeah. Bugging. Let me sip whatever I was sipping.
I was like,
caffeine.
I was like, who's
but y'all got it though.
That's caffeine?
Yeah, this is
You didn't.
It looked crazy.
You still do that?
Still do what?
That.
What is this? Explain it for the people. Don't be shy. What am I doing?
Please comment down below your hashtag #WildLOIs as a partner to end the show. We get to answer some of y'all questions. Hashtag YLOI. We answer questions at the end of the episode. If that is the part of the episode that you really like, you can just skip to that, but make sure you like the video. But
that's nobody in the world.
It might be some people.
Couple.
But basically, back in the day, I found out that Tony doesn't do, it's not that he doesn't do regular coffee, but he particularly likes to pour the ground, like the instant coffee. The instant, like, hey, just put it in here and put it in the microwave, that type of coffee.
Well,
like
I remember we had a discussion about this before.
I do like.
Are you a Navy SEALs?
I do like the luxury premium instant coffees.
That was our
the
conversation
Cafe
last time.
Bustelo,
Yep.
the Cafe Bustelos of the world. I do fuck with those, and I will fuck around and just scoop it into a water bottle. This, however, is not that. This is Google matcha tea. This is different. This is the next level of things, dog. It's spiritual tea with 1,000 milligrams of caffeine and something crazy. Yeah.
Which one is the one that you
Oh wait, no, I'm bugging. This is yerba mate.
Oh, you doing yerba mate?
Yerba mate.
Yerba mate.
Yerba mate.
Yeah, man, that's
look it up.
1,000 milligrams.
That's a lot
of caffeine.
That's not that good for you, actually.
What you mean?
You know what I'm saying? It looks like it is, but you know.
Tell him.
I went through that phase. I just hope that, you know, you get through yours quickly.
Call him a youngin' while you say that, though.
Yeah, youngin'.
Well, hold on, Lauren. Don't scold me. Give me information, dog. Like, my kidney stones is going to be fucked up. What you talking about?
No. They're not terrible.
You
but
don't fuck
still,
with yerba mate?
No. But look, an alternative to energy, right? Because it says it's a better alternative doesn't mean it's a good alternative. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm improving, though. I'm doing better than what I was doing
good
before.
on you, my brother, but you'll have another level soon.
What's your level? Because I smell instant black coffee from AJ's kitchen permeating from your side of the room.
It is a K cup. However, I did have my vitamins. I did have my fish oil pill. I did take those things.
Did you take it with the fish oil?
No. That was yesterday. You know, I do mine in the evening.
You're supposed to take the vitamin with the fish oil every time.
You do the vitamin. Oh, I did. Yeah, I did the vitamin and the
That's
fish
the
oil.
only way your bloodstream is going to absorb it.
No. You have to eat as well. That's how you get it to
You
properly
do, but
operate.
now I used to work at
anything you can
GNC.
eat,
I
anything.
used to scan people at GNC. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. You have to take the omega-3 fish oils with the vitamins. That's the only way you're gonna be able to absorb it.
I did that.
into your bloodstream.
I did
dog.
that.
Otherwise, you're just gonna have some really colorful piss.
I did that.
All right.
My piss came out good.
All right.
Okay.
It was clear.
You
It was
get your-
hydrated too.
It was
You know
clear.
what I'm saying?
Are
It
you
was
getting
all
your
of it.
probiotics
Steady
in?
stream.
It was good.
You getting your probiotics in
That's
too?
the
You
next
got,
level.
You got
I'm just,
good bacteria
No.
in your gut?
I'm building back up. No, I'm not there yet. I will be there.
All right.
But
So,
just like you, I'm on a journey. Just like you.
But it sounds like I'm a little bit further on this journey, brother.
I don't know.
I'm
Not with the
gonna
yerba
lie.
mate. I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
lie. I got this yerba mate in hand, boy.
Okay.
What is bad
What?
about it? Because this is new information. I've never heard.
It's not
anything.
terrible. I think it is high in some content though. That's not amazing.
Or is it pseudo?
Hold on.
What you, nigga? You pseudo. Let's see what
am
yerba
pseudo.
mate. Oh, this is going to be interesting for later in the episode. But yerba mate is generally safe for most healthy adults when consumed in moderation, but excessive consumption may pose some risk. It's a popular beverage in South America. Where are the negatives, man? Show me what's wrong with
Get
it.
into it.
Get in here.
Popular beverage in South America known for its caffeine content and potential health benefits. However, it is important to be aware of potential side effects and risk. Nigga, y'all just made me read all that for nothing. Go to the potential side effects. All right. Caffeine-related side effects. It contains caffeine, so excessive consumption can lead to side effects like anxiety, insomnia, upset stomach, and increased heart rate. So, potential cancer risk. Some studies suggest a link between high yerba mate consumption, especially when consumed very hot, and increased risk of certain cancers, particularly the mouth, throat, and lungs. This risk may be amplified by smoking or alcohol consumption.
Particularly all cancers. Like what other cancers are there? Foot cancer?
Well,
Never heard of it.
prostate, testicular.
Oh man, those.
You know what I mean?
It says certain
But
cancers.
everybody
Certain
can
cancers.
get this. Women too.
It said certain cancers, by the way. It didn't say all.
Yeah. I don't know why you amplified it like that.
Yeah,
man.
Hey,
you
calm
turned-
down.
You turned it all the
Comedy.
way.
But well, damn.
Yeah.
Which changes everything.
Is your
man.
heart
Yeah.
beating fast?
It can contain, here you
Now,
go,
palms
polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, which are known carcinogens, especially if the leaves are smoked during processing.
Lauren,
So
I'm gonna need
if
you
you
to
do this,
read that.
if you do this, okay.
I'm gonna need you to read that one more time.
Yerba mate can contain polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. Okay. Which are
Aromatic.
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 No.
It's aroma.
No, it's not. It's aromatic.
You know the word aroma,
it's
right?
aromatic.
You know the word aroma,
Do you
right?
know what this word is?
Aroma.
There's no. Yeah, it's aromatic.
But keep going. What is this about?
Nothing. No, long story short, if you with your
Wait.
smoking and your drinking, with your smoking.
Who
at least.
cares about this? How do you know this?
He's Jamaican.
Because I used to drink these.
So, did you just get lucky with this information, and were you like? Did you know
I
it
used
was
to drink
this?
these, and I just used to drink these, and someone just pointed out to me. I didn't like do research for it, but somebody just pointed out to me that they're not that amazing. They're not terrible for you, but
Yeah.
they're just not what you think they are. Is what I'm saying.
Well, hold on. I didn't say that it was gonna
I wasn't talking about you.
all my
When I say
chakras.
what you think they are, I just mean in general. I wasn't talking about you with that.
Okay.
That was just me saying
Okay.
something
I'm just
general.
making sure
Yeah.
because you said you had pointed at me and you was making eye contact.
No, I pointed at him.
I was pretty
I
confused.
pointed at him.
But
Yeah, hothead, don't let me.
well, damn. I kind of feel stupid for drinking these. I only do it
Don't feel stupid.
on recording days sometimes. Like it's not even really my main go-to thing. You know what I mean? Like we might stream on a Thursday, pod on a Sunday. That's 2 days out the week. That's about what, 2 bottles? Don't know how many milligrams of yerba mate that is.
Why don't you just
I will say
get your B12 up?
B12.
Yeah, get some energy.
Like I'm not that.
You-
Oh shit. Speaking of things,
Yeah.
and like energy and shit,
Yeah.
B12 is definitely good for that kind of thing. But nigga, I was in Dick's the other day.
Okay.
I was buying shit, and nigga, I have found these nigga. You know the Cliff Bar people?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They make these little energy block shoes.
I've seen that. Gatorade has made those before.
Gatorade made them before.
Is it good? Does it taste good?
They're mountain berry flavored. Go ahead, pop one. Yeah.
He asked if it tastes
Go
good.
ahead,
You
pop
gave him the
one, nigga.
flavor.
You want one, Lauren? Need your little block of some energy?
I might try one.
You know you want one,
Hold
brother.
on. What's the ingredients?
What's
on
it
this
called?
shit?
So I can look it up. Make sure.
Did you just say what's the ingredients? Give me my fucking
Cliff
shit
blocks, but it's no C in blocks. It's just a K. Yes. because they're different.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how much energy they give you because I was just chewing it like candy, and then I just went on about my day. You know what I mean? I didn't really I didn't do an experiment to get real data on how much more alert I feel after popping it. But I will say the shit tastes delicious. And so bare minimum, you know, that's the bare minimum requirement for me eating something.
These are supposed to be used strategically during exercise, just so you know.
Strategically during exercise, but do they cause kidney stones or ball cancer?
Doesn't seem that way.
But you're also,
Great.
I think you're supposed
so
to
it's better
take
than
them,
yerba mate.
I think you're supposed to take the whole thing. It says eat 1 packet every hour during activity.
1 whole packet?
Eat 1 packet.
Oh shit.
But that's a
little ridiculous.
That's a little ridiculous because how the fuck would that, like, you have to eat this whole packet? How much did this cost?
It was like $3, $4. $3, $4, somewhere around that mark. Go ahead, pop one.
So the fact that we're busting this down, how much theoretically would I have to send you?
In terms of money or energy?
In terms of money, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, well, I mean, nigga, you all good, man.
I know.
It's all family in here.
I'm not going to send you it, nigga. You're crazy? But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was crazy for thinking you would pay your debt.
I am saying that, like, the value of the $3, like, you could buy a $3, I don't know, Mountain Red Devil energy drink, whatever the new one is called, that has to do with Satanism. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could buy an energy drink for cheaper and get more.
You're introducing yourself to a whole host of harmful chemicals, though. That's the difference. But these, for the most part, according to AI, which this is gonna be a topic later.
Yeah.
Take all AI information with a grain of salt.
Absolutely.
But according to AI, this shit is good money. Would y'all like to piece these down? And greetings, late nigga.
Yeah, I'm gonna try one because I'm about to do some push-ups. You know, you do it with activity, so I'm gonna try one again.
Yeah, I'll just throw them over.
Get some good work in.
Magic Johnson. But
you gotta shout out the one-handed Randy Moss catch, bro.
You caught the sickness.
I don't know. You kind of caught it like a Black Panther.
I'm
Like,
black. I'm black.
Like the power.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. But
Yeah.
regardless though, the other day, I spent the best $25 I've spent since paying for that Michael Beasley versus Lance Stevenson 1-on-1 pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Nigga, I was in Dick's. I wasn't even there for a real purpose. Oh no, I was trying to find out how much the boxing gloves cost. Because next time I get paid, I'm gonna go and give me some. But I was just walking around. Anytime I'm in a store or a place with basketballs available for sale, I have to go and see about the product. I go, I dribble, I shoot in the air, I palm everything. I'm like, yeah, it's a Caitlin Clark ball, pussy. I put it down and shit. Nigga, there's Google silent basketball.
I've seen the ads for this. Is
They
this real?
got silent basketballs and they're fucking phenomenal. It's like, I picked it up.
Talking about these, right?
Yeah. Well, nah, not that one. Not the black one with the hose, but like the orange joints.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Yeah,
real?
them. They're made out of, I don't want to say foam, but we're going to say foam because that kind of paints the picture. But it dribbles like a real basketball, dog. I actually have it in the car.
Have you seen those ads of that dude? He's dribbling in front of his kid. Like, yo, my kid was dribbling loud as hell.
Yeah.
Neighbors was complaining like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I got him this silent basketball. Everything's changed. He's happy.
Yeah.
My wife's happy. You know, like, you seen that ad?
And then it flashes 15 years forward and he's in the NBA.
Yeah. You know. He's not like the star player, but
I didn't even come. I came to Dick's to spend
dribble
no
properly?
money. Huh?
Does it dribble properly?
It dribbles pretty. It's not perfect. It's not perfect because it's not a fucking basketball. So, you know, don't give it those standards. But it will. Like, you can get busy with that shit, dog. I haven't felt like a child like that in a long ass time, dog. It was like I had a new toy.
yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to get home and bust this shit open and just pop, pop. I spent an hour crossing up my couch.
Yeah.
All my furniture was on the floor because they had broken ankles and shit. I was just like,
You bought it?
yeah, it's in the car.
Oh, why didn't you go get it?
Because it's a little dusty in here.
What you mean?
And I
nigga?
low-key forgot I forgot I had it with me. But yeah, it's a little dusty in here.
It's not clean enough for your ball?
I want it. It's not clean enough for my balls.
Wow.
Would you put your balls on anything?
Wow.
There's a lot going on right now. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, the fact that you made balls plural and the fact that this nigga is doing push-ups.
Yeah, can y'all give me context why he's doing this right now? Is there a reason?
Lauren is an asshole.
Right.
And he likes to attract as much attention as possible.
Well,
That's why this happened.
Lawrence get.
Oh, he's wearing the Jason Tatum's. Or what shoes are those? Are those the Jason Tatum shoes or the Luka Doncic?
Yeah, they are. But I was saying I just said it's because you gave me this energy shit. It's supposed to be used during workouts. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
And
push-ups.
did you how many reps did you do?
20, just real quick.
That's a little light for you.
Yeah, I worked out yesterday. I'm sore.
So it sounds like them energy chews aren't working.
Well, you're supposed to
You're
eat all
supposed to do
them
it, and
bitches.
you're supposed to use it during exercise. I don't want to just give myself this boost of caffeine. I just drank coffee. I don't want to have my heart rate just going for no reason.
Why not?
Why not?
Come on, man.
Because I got to disperse this energy. I got to allow this energy to flow through me a certain way, right?
Lauren,
Not necessarily.
you should know how to calm yourself through breathing techniques.
Okay.
Okay, nigga.
Okay, Chi
Yeah.
Master.
You don't know how to check your own pulse, nigga?
Yeah.
Just relax.
Yeah.
Breathe deep.
Yeah.
Pop a vitamin.
What they call in my class with me and my girls, what do we call it?
Yahweh.
Yansu breath. It's something. It's different types of breaths though. Some make you hot, like the Wim Hof shit. It's like some real stuff. Like some breaths, if you breathe in through your nose and you close your mouth and you breathe out real slowly, it heats you up. There's a cooling breath.
Do it right
where
now.
it's like, okay, all right, everybody be quiet.
Ew. It smells worse now. Nigga. I feel like the breath that's at the back of your skull just
Breathe
came
in
out.
with me, people. Like that video.
No.
Like the video. But nah, for real though, that breath, it's a soothing breath.
I'm gonna go get the ball when there's a moment for me to get the ball. But I'm telling you, that's the best $25 I spent ever.
And it was
it
only
actually
25.
silent?
Huh?
It's actually silent.
Say it again.
It's actually silent.
It's actually well. I mean, it's,
As silent as you get.
it
for
doesn't make a
basketball.
lot of noise at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it don't make a lot.
What you mean?
It don't make a lot of noise.
It doesn't make a lot of noise.
It don't make a lot of. It don't even sound like a ball is bouncing. It sounds like you threw a sock on the ground multiple times. Just
Really?
yeah. The shit's pretty smooth. But
I don't know. But
how you hating on my ball already? You ain't even dribbled it yet.
nobody's hating on your ball.
It's fucking perfect.
It's the dribble up ball, right?
Huh?
It's the dribble up ball, right?
Dribble up ball.
Yeah, that's what it's called, or it's just a regular ball.
I don't know what it's called. I was so excited when I saw it. I didn't
The
read
dribble
nothing.
dream silent basketball. Is that what you got?
Nah, that's not what I got. I got some different shit.
Well, I was about
This Amazon, I got it from Dick's Sporting Goods.
You should go to Academy Sports. They have good shit in there too.
Yeah, but Academy Sports is like,
don't go
nigga,
no.
I would have to pass 5 Dick's Sporting Goods just to get there.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
They got one in Nightdale. I live in Nightdale, so that's why I said that.
Yeah, fuck that. But
Lauren lives in Nightdale, everybody.
yo, the other day I was in fucking Triangle Mall. Why would you do that?
I mean, I just said it.
Why would I do what he said?
Why would you do that, dog? You gonna drop his low?
Hey, man. Well, nobody will come for Lauren.
Yeah.
Who will come for you?
People are weird.
We're not. We're not that yet.
People are weird.
We're not that yet.
People are weird. That's all I gotta say to you.
People are weird.
And Lauren got a lot of shit.
Whoa, don't put that out there. That's
Lauren got a lot of stealable shit.
not real.
Yeah, no.
Lauren got shit that you could just go walk up to his front porch.
Yeah.
Treat that shit like an aisle in Walmart. It's just like, oh,
hell no.
Yeah,
I wish
Get
I could
that.
say that's true.
let me get that. Hey, let me get
I'd
that.
probably feel better about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Lauren got one of those cribs. You imagine yourself as a robber. Like, damn. Like, if I was this,
I wouldn't even have to wear a
it's
mask.
like, good God, But
But as I was,
shout out to
what? Nightdale?
yeah.
Shout out to Nightdale and all the niggas in Nightdale that are about to get robbed. But I was in Triangle the other day. I was talking to the nigga. What do they call them? The kiosk? Like the niggas that be selling shit. They're not in the store.
Talk to them pure freedom niggas.
Nah. But the niggas that are not in the store, they got their own little setup in the
Kiosk,
middle of the mall. I was talking to the sunglass dude, this Indian guy. And I was just like, yo, like, how worried are you really about niggas running up and just taking some shit? And he was like, it's like it bothers me, but there's nothing I can really do about it and shit because, like the camera is right there and it's really just there to scare them. But I'm not gonna chase anybody throughout the mall for $20 worth of sunglasses. Like, it's just not gonna happen. And I was just like, word, like, that makes sense and shit. But he was even saying, he was like, I don't really make a lot of money doing this. So when people steal from me, it hurts. And I was like, yeah, that is true, because Walmart, they have like the, I forgot what it's called specifically, but
They have better sunglass options?
Nah, but whatever the department for losses. I don't know the technical term.
Yeah.
But like for when niggas steal shit, stolen goods.
Loss prevention.
Yeah, loss prevention. That's exactly what it's called. Like they have it, but they're not putting all of their eggs in that basket because they make so much money that when they get stolen from, it doesn't hurt them for real. You know what I mean? They could take that.
Yeah.
They could take that. It's like being a plug. You got like billions of pounds. If a nigga's skimping a little work off the top, he's taking his own couple of grams to the crib for him and his family. It's not gonna hurt him because he's making so much money. But with the Indian dude, he was like, "No, that is not my situation at all."
But he doesn't own. He owns that kiosk.
Yeah, he owns the because there was two of them beside each other. It was the iPhone covers and fucking phone cases.
Yeah,
and then the sunglass shit. And he was like, yeah, I don't really make a lot of money doing this shit. And I'd even ask him, I was like, yo, are the Trump tariffs affecting you and shit? And he was like, I don't know yet. Because the way he operates, he buys in bulk, so he has supply for like a good couple of months. So he was like, the next time I re-up bitches, I might go and everything is 1,000 times more expensive.
Yeah.
And he was like, he told me he would feel stupid like just marking the sunglasses up by 50 cents, because then the prices would look stupid. It would be like $21 for some sunglasses. He's like, that's ugly. Like, I don't like that. That's ugly. Americans like pretty prices. They don't like the ugly shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, man, that makes a whole lot of sense, man.
Yeah, nah. Yo, what's his name?
Let's call him Rajesh.
No.
I don't know his actual name.
Let's just call him Indian dude then. Good God.
Well, that's even more, that's dehumanizing.
Did you even say an Indian name?
Yeah, his name is Indian, and Rajesh is an Indian name.
You just said the most. Is that the dude from Phineas and Ferb?
Yeah.
Nah. That's
the dude from the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
That's the Indian guy name. Come on.
If Hollywood needs, what's a black Hollywood name? What's a black character? Is like
Jamal. Yeah.
Jamal.
Yeah.
I seen a Jamal, just staying like in the mall and kiosk. I was walking. I forgot what I was doing. I forgot what I was doing. I saw some YNs. It was like 6 of these niggas surrounded by a kiosk. So I'm like, I'm walking through. I'm like, I'm gonna assume they're working, but you never know. Let me tense up real quick. Like, let me just you never know. You never know.
Pussy.
Hell yeah. But so I walk by, cool as fuck. It's like, hey, bro, check out these oils and shit. I was getting some for my girl because I mentioned my girl. I'm like, yeah, I was crazy. I was actually getting some for my girl too. So, hook me up. Yeah. And, I like seeing, the youth in these type of situations because I myself was in the sales position. So I'm seeing what, I was doing, what I mean, just a little bit. But I didn't end up buying the fucking oils and shit.
Like what happened to you when you was selling.
Yeah, I didn't end up buying the oils. He wasn't good.
Niggas just bullshit.
Yeah. But he was being a little pushy though. You know what I mean? And what's fucked up is...
Well, you probably seem like a mark.
Nah.
You probably seem like this nigga wallet real warm.
Nah.
He ready to spend some fucking cash.
But that's if he's good, he could tell that I wasn't, and he should have did better. But he obviously wasn't that good. But he didn't find my pain points, Tony. Come on, man. He didn't find my pain points, nigga. Lauren, you know a lot about it.
Yeah.
He didn't feel me, he didn't felt me, he didn't found me.
He asked no discovery questions.
He didn't ask me no discovery questions. I told him I was here for my girl. He, not that he should be asking questions about my bitch, but he should have did something.
What did he do?
He was just like,
you keep saying what he didn't. What did he do? What did he say?
He was like, yeah, man, here's some oils, man. Like, here, you want to try this? Yeah, put your bone up. Yeah. Put it on my palm. I'm like, yeah, man, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Oh, and by the time I couldn't even think of a reaction before he pulled out the next thing. It was like, here's another one here. Boom, boom, boom. Put it on the same wrist. I'm like, damn, now it's kind of combined. Two smells are combined. I still smell it though, just as pleasantry. Yeah. It's what you do. I did the same thing, and he was like, how you like it? How you like it? Yeah, we got deals right now, actually. And because you getting it for your girl, we got another deal. And I'm like, they got
girlfriend deals? What was the girlfriend deal?
No, it's just there's not a set price they sell it at. which is why they don't have like price tags on it. It's kind of like they have a way to build you in. It's like, it was this price, but for you, I'll go a little bit lower, which is the actual price is sold at. He's not doing me. He's acting like he's doing me a favor. He's acting like he's doing me a favor.
Well, that's part of the bit. That's part of it.
But nah, man, he was just being a little bit too pushing, and it was fucked up when I was like, nah, man, you know, I'ma just, you know, let bygones be bygones. It was nice talking to you, right? He kind of just like blew me off. Like his whole energy was just changed. He was like, all right, bro, like whatever.
Oh,
I was like,
I
was like, oh,
I ain't like you no
Oh
more.
yeah, I'm like, nigga, I felt that, and that's why I reacted the way I did, because I knew you wasn't even really. It didn't matter to you. I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna pay you, nigga.
But was there potential for you to actually buy something? Because you know he is breaking. He broke character, and as a salesman, you're not supposed to do that. But I do understand the frustration of you go through the whole exhibits. You do not everything that you're supposed to do, but you waste a bunch of time on somebody who is never gonna buy anything. That's a feeling.
That's your fault as a salesman.
That is a feeling of like just like, man, this nigga just blew 10 minutes. Dog, I could have been talking to this white bitch who would have bought everything here.
Coffee smoke.
But instead I wasted it on you.
First of all,
like you did that coffee
Lauren,
on your shirt.
did you want to continue? Because I was about to say what you were saying. Like, that's not my fault.
It's not.
It's up to the salesman's job to persuade and manipulate. I'm fine with being manipulated. Manipulate me. First of all, I was in the mall for my girl. And you know, when you're like, you know, when you're doing anything for your girl, it's like anything that you see that she might like that's in the range, it's like, all right, I'm open to it. So I was open to it because I was there for my girl. You get what I mean? And let's be honest, a kiosk perfume section, it's not more than like $30. I can do that.
Oh nah, they can get up.
But not the ones not the one I was at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These niggas didn't even, you know.
It was niggas sound. But I don't know. I feel like your purse was a little bit drier than like, you know, most marks are. No. But niggas make terrible salesmen. Niggas. Okay. Real niggas make terrible salesmen.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
They do.
I don't know about that.
They do. They get Yo, I was in Walmart. And you know them Spectrum TV niggas?
Yeah.
They be over there by the electronic section with their fucking clipboards. I don't get why they make them niggas wear suits.
Sagging and shit. Yeah.
Well, not even sagging. Not
they
even
do be sagging,
You be
bro.
going to Food Line.
Nah.
Nah, I be at Walmart. You right.
But nah, Walmart. And I knew that it was either like his first week or he was just a weak salesman by the way he made eye contact with me because it was shaky. You know what I mean? Like you ever
yeah.
You ever been young?
Looked away.
You ever been young? You look at a girl, she look at you, and then you just go boop.
He looked away, yeah.
Like, you know, just going on about my day. It's like that moment of weakness. I caught a minute. He looked at me and he did that shit, and he looked back, and I was still looking like, yeah, nigga, I don't want your shit.
I don't want you.
I don't want your shit, nigga.
He was like, I can't believe. Yo, Tony, that's great.
Get your man. He making the whole crew look bad.
I hope your comrade better.
Hell yeah. I would never choose on this, but yeah.
I want the team leader.
And there was all well, I mean, that's who you would go with.
Nah, man.
Maybe. You want the alpha?
You would do what Drake did, whatever he would do.
Don't say anything just to say anything. But they were niggas. You know what I mean? And I've never been sold anything by a nigga and been sold by it. Like I've purchased things from niggas, but that was out of desperation. That was out of like, this nigga is the only person in the world that has this. Like I have to do business with you. But it's not because you're persuasive, you're shrewd, or you know, you had some kind of charm with the sale. It was literally like I did your job for you by persuading myself. I hypnotized myself into thinking this was a good idea. Then I purchased. But I've never been sold on anything by a nigga.
I've been sold. That can't be true, dog. I've bought too much weed.
Random weed? You don't be buying random weed.
Yes, but I've still, when I have it's been good money. Like it's, and of course it doesn't stay random at that point. Usually it's like, all right, we connect. And it's like, when I need it, I got you. But real niggas do good business. Real niggas, but you're confusing.
You said good business. Different. That's a different goal. I said sales in terms of like being able to sell.
That's
being
good.
able to like, you know, take something and make nothing out of it.
Oh man.
Be able to open or close wallet.
That's all real niggas know how to do.
No. One time I was in McDonald's. I was pissing. I was at the urinal. I was eyes closed, just looking up, and a nigga starts speaking to me. He's like, "Yo, you know, I got that shit, right?" I'm like, "Nigga, what?" Context, my nigga. We in the bathroom. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I smelled the weed, so I understood what he was talking about. But he was like, "Yeah, you know, I got that shit, right? You know, $25 for the eighths." I was like, "Bro, that's 3 red flags. One, I'm pissing. I have my dick out, and you're talking to me. That's weird enough. Like, especially to be a stranger. Like, there's been times where like you and your homie, y'all both pissing at the same time, and y'all was still talking about whatever y'all was talking about before you went into the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's different. Random dudes just coming up and sparking up a conversation at the urinal.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Red flag number 1.
Did he at least start with an "A, bro" or some shit like that?
Probably. Maybe. I would hope so. I would hope so, Mac. But even then, it's just like, yo, like, wait for me to like not hold my dick anymore. Like, I can wait for me to wash my hands, and then I can really be like, you know, I can see.
Yeah.
Because mind you, like, pissing is a very vulnerable position. Like, you ever seen a dog use the bathroom outside?
Yeah.
That's the best time to get a dog. They looking around, they feel scared. They like, oh shit. Like,
they look around a lot.
Yeah, they look around.
nigga, a rabbit could fuck me up. And I normally fuck up rabbits.
They be mid squat and hear something and stand up.
It's their most vulnerable position, dog.
Yeah.
And it translates to human nature as well.
That's why
having your dick out at the urinal is the best and the worst place to catch a nigga. It's the best and the worst place.
And
his guard is down.
And depending on the type of, you're not that type of dude, so he couldn't catch you. So it's like,
what kind of dude? What kind of catch?
You're not the type.
The fuck you talking about?
I don't think it's whatever you're alluding to. I'm just saying, like,
what you mean,
it's just you're not the type of dude to like, oh, word, you got that shit? I bet. Hold on, give me a second. Like,
I'm gonna smell it. Let me get a second.
Hold on.
And I start pissing faster.
You hear the belt buckle wiggle, but. Nah, you're not that type of dude. So
yeah, I'm not the type of dude. I don't buy weed in bathrooms.
But what I will say is, like,
I'm not a weed in the bathroom.
There are niggas out here that do phenomenal business.
Of course.
And
of course.
Are they, I mean, hard to come around? I don't know. You've done business with real niggas.
Yeah.
Good business.
Business. But that's business. I haven't been sold. I haven't been sold.
Yes, you have.
By a nigga.
What was your last plug? Was he a real nigga?
The one that went missing?
Allegedly.
Nah, he went missing.
Allegedly. Y'all wasn't as close as y'all thought y'all was.
He went missing, dog.
Okay.
First of all, that was my guy. That was my dude, dog.
I know.
Let me tell that story.
Okay.
So, like, months ago, right? I was in the perfect predicament to where my plug lived 5 minutes down the street from me.
Yeah.
Damn near the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
And he was cool as shit. Like, every time I would cop from him, it would be really like a 20-minute like exchange because we would just sit down and just start talking. Like, we would literally just start talking about shit, dog. Like, we was cool as shit. And it's like, we'd even got to the point where, like, I threw this, I did it just as a test. Just to see the outer limits of what this relationship is.
You had to use the bathroom?
Not even that. Because I've had plugs that have asked me for money before. And I've always said no. That is the best way for me to say goodbye to you. It's like, yo, I need 25 for this re-up. Blocked. Immediately. I've done that 4 times throughout my existence, Lauren.
Yeah.
Bow. Hit that
crazy.
red button.
That's crazy.
Fuck you. Nigga.
You must be having real good conversations if they coming up to you like that, nigga.
I'm a real nigga. I do good business. But I'm very persuasive. But I don't even remember what he needed money for. But it was something light. It was like $10, $15. And he was like, dog, I will send this shit right back to you. And then I sent the money. He didn't send it right back. A day goes by. I'm not saying nothing because this is a character test. Like, I'm really trying to see, like, okay, like, I'm cool with this guy. Who is he really, though? Like, how far does this go? Because had homies in the past to where it's like, y'all cool, y'all homies, but then there's another element attached to where it's like, he's one of those guys. Like, he be doing that kind of shit. So a day goes by, and I'm like, wow, I might have to break up with this guy. Like, I might really have to, like,
cut ties.
I might have to move on, like, you know, and just send him a heartfelt letter to where it's like, you know, this is great, this is perfect, you know, the love is still there, but you've done something.
Don't sound like it's there at all.
You've done something unforgivable.
Break the white plate, it's over.
You've done something unforgivable. I can't forgive that. And so, as I was typing that message, I get a Cashapp. I look at the Cashapp. I sent him 15. He sends me back 16. I was like, oh. I didn't have to ask for it. It did take a little bit, but I didn't have to ask for it. He sent a little bit on top when that's not even necessary. And it happened the way it was supposed to happen. And from then, our relationship got crystallized.
You were hooked.
It was, yeah. I was on that shit.
You were on
I was on that shit. I was like, okay, this is my dude.
Yeah,
This is my dude. And so time goes by, just more like frolicking and just being homies and buying weed.
Yeah.
And one day I'll call him. He doesn't answer the phone. And normally when that happens, even if he can't serve me, if he doesn't answer the phone, he'll call back and be like, I can't serve you right now.
Immediately.
Like, he's one of those niggas to where it's like, you know, I'm not going to have like, you know, loose ends.
My girl be getting on me about
I'm
that
not going to
shit.
have no loose ends. I'm not going to have...
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm not going to have no loose ends. I'm not going to have no woo-doo-woo-doo-woo-doo-woo. And so he doesn't answer the phone. So I'm like, okay, that's fucking like weird. That's fucking weird. Yeah. So time goes by. I hit the nigga back.
Yeah.
He don't answer the phone again. So I'm like, damn, this is some crazy shit. Like, it's completely out of character for this guy, right?
Yeah.
I had called the person that put me on. And we was just talking. Like, it wasn't even about him, but we was just talking. And then she was like, oh, yeah, and by the way, have you heard from so-and-so and so-and-so? Because, like, I've been hitting the nigga for some weed. He ain't hit me back. And, like, as soon as she said that shit, like, my heart dropped. I was like, hold on, bitch, I need a minute. I hung up the phone. I was like, oh, this is fucking serious. Like,
and when you told me this, I'm fucking around, but he just dropped. He went missing. Like, he dropped. I don't think
he's gone.
There's a word. Yeah, he's gone. Not even missing. Like, it just evaporated. Like, whatever happens after Ghost Rider grabs you, you just disintegrate.
He ceased to exist.
Yeah. Ceased to exist.
Well, I was trying to put it in the proper tense. Like, it ceased to exist, but ceased it because it's past, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Ceased
it doesn't
to
really
exist?
matter because it doesn't exist anymore. So cease, the past and present is all gone.
I think he died.
When you,
I think he passed away.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because he was just like,
Yeah.
he would have found me.
Yeah.
He would have found me.
Yeah, Jared, you right.
He would have probably. Yeah, we was homies, dog. Probably. I don't remember exactly.
about to
But
say.
like, he was the kind of plug that like I would allow pull up to my crib.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't ever send the address out to just, to just anybody.
Yeah.
And plus, we live 5 minutes away. Like, we could do that. Like, he could be like, y'all, I was about to go to Sheets anyway. I got to drive past your crib.
Yeah.
I'll deliver the weed to you.
Yeah.
Ah, nigga.
Yeah.
That's that kind of shit that you can't just get anywhere, man.
Yeah.
You can't get that shit nowhere.
God has to give it to you.
Nigga, Jesus H. Christ has to bring it to you in a bottle of holy water.
Yeah.
And he just went missing one day. And I just like, it's literally like, I don't know what happened to the guy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he got kidnapped by his plug. He might be at the bottom of a lake with cement shoes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he was paying his re-up on time. Like, he might have been caught up with the wrong dudes, but that nigga's gone, man. And like, I literally stopped smoking weed after that for a couple days. Just the morning.
And just, nigga, shut up, nigga. You didn't stop.
Just the morning.
You was still smoking.
I was like, I refuse to smoke anybody else's shit.
I
don't want it.
You was putting in the last little bit you had in the bowl, nigga.
I don't want it.
But speaking of, I think this got brought up due to like hoe ass niggas or whatever. But we was the other day, right? Overall, we have a homie who's incredible. This nigga deserves a movie. We're probably gonna write a script. Not even gonna say his name. It's whatever.
Well, that will ruin
But
everything.
basically, the nigga He was on the run for selling a tiger.
Oh, that homie.
He was on the run for selling a tiger. Now, the tiger was gone for a little bit. But while that story was being told, right, and he's telling us like, yeah, man, I asked him, I was like, yo, is that story real, nigga? Like, are you serious? He was like, yeah, man, it's crazy. And the funniest part,
Mac, he was selling the tiger for $20,000.
The funniest part of the story was that he could have got the monkey.
Yeah.
He could have got the monkey, but he said him and his homie was like, nah, let's get the tiger.
Yeah. Let's get the tiger.
He was like, let's get the fucking tiger.
And yo, the tiger was tearing up their crib like he had ruined like 2 PlayStation 5s.
This must have been a young tiger.
It was a cub.
It was a young
cub,
Simba.
for sure.
So
couldn't wait to be the king.
So he's telling us all these crazy stories, beautiful, magnificent. We're not going to get into it because, you know, some of it is not necessary.
Yeah.
This nigga walks up to me, some random lame ass nigga. Walks up to me, yes.
Was I there?
Yes. And I'm not the type to like, you know, lame, like, you know, everybody's lame the same. I don't care. But this nigga he came up to me, he looked at me, he was like, yo, what type of crystal is that? Black dude. And I'm looking at him because, you know, I'm respectful, but I'm like, damn, this nigga's, he telling us about the monkey he could have got. It's like, damn, was it a spider monkey? I'm going back and forth. I'm like, yeah, bro, it's a bloodstone and shit. And I'm trying to give him like, what is it?
Grace?
Not grace,
Slack.
but like little things so that he knows.
You was giving him micro signals.
Micro signals, microaggressions.
Yeah.
That, look, dog.
Yeah.
I'm with some real niggas talking about real shit right now. My niggas is a real, like, you can't even compare to what we talking about right now. I understand it's a bloodstone now. Appreciate you. That's what my body language is saying. But I say, yeah, man, it's a bloodstone. But he's asking me like, yeah, man, you know, I got this crystal. It's a whatever the fuck it is. You know, he says something. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, like in my head at that moment, I almost snapped. And everybody was there. And I was the only one in this. No, it was black dude. And I was the only one. It was a white dude. It's
like, was it the white dude? Was it him?
It was a black
because
dude.
A white dude did that to me the same day.
This nigga, but it wasn't during a real nigga story.
Yeah.
It wasn't during like some movie shit.
Yeah.
This nigga's talking about like he's doing this, he's doing that, he got this, you know, 12. It's like boom, pow, bam,
that
pow,
shit sounded
boom.
like The Hangover 7.
It's magical. It's Michael Bay.
Yeah.
And I got a nigga next to me talking about some fucking like Barbie level talk. I'm like, dog, this is for the hoes. That's what I should have told him that, like, dog, this is really for the hoes. Can I go back to what don't you know it's bitches here? Mm-hmm. Don't you know it's bitches here? Mm-hmm. Okay. What was you saying? Okay, the monkey. Thank God y'all still on that conversation.
Yeah.
You know, that's what. Like this nigga was talking about a fucking, and I missed some of the story.
Who was this nigga?
It was us, my girl, and the nigga telling the story. And later on, my girl was like, damn, did you even hear the part about the whoopty whoop whoop? And I was like, what? I was like, that happened.
Wait, what part did you miss?
It was I'll tell you later. It was another part.
So we get each other.
It's a part about the second story, which is even magnificenter.
Oh,
you know
with the hammer?
Yes.
Yo, this is a good guy. We might have him on
no.
Him and his lawyer him and his lawyer on the pod so they can tell the stories.
But man, it's a great guy, great story, and it got ruined partly, and I was just so mad. And whatever this does, crystals, this copper, it's energy.
No, it definitely attracts a certain kind of person.
Yes,
because like, and especially
the worst,
especially at that in that context, because we were hosting that night. That was one of the nights that we be hosting shit. And you know, we're hosting, so there's a crowd full of niggas, and you know, we get off stage, we go outside, we chill by the bricks, we do our little smoke break before we had to go back up on stage to talk some more shit.
Of course.
And in that interim, a lot of motherfuckers come up to us. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, maybe not you.
Yeah.
Because you be with your girl, and so they
yeah.
might look like, he's with his girl, he doing something. But
Yeah.
I be out, I be free, I'll just be. So niggas be like, hey,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
They be doing all that shit. But yeah, this is bait. These crystals are spiritual protection and they're bait. Because I've had plenty of hoes like just woke up.
Yes.
I've had. I can't even call them hoes because they're the partners of niggas that we're cool with. But even they will come up and be like, oh, what the fuck is that? I'm like, that's reckless eyeballing, pimp. You better check that when you get into the car, nigga. Yeah, you better check that shit, nigga. What?
Yeah, nah.
Reckless.
Nah, for real. Nah, it attracts. That's what it's for, though.
Yeah.
It's for the hoes, dog.
No.
It's for the hoes.
The
Good
hoes,
God.
the hoes are a good benefit. It's kind of like I liken it to going to the gym, getting in shape, going to the barber, getting your hair cut. It's for you.
Driving a Lamborghini.
Exactly.
Yes.
Urus. It's for you.
Corny.
Well, that's the.
But
I just got money card.
I also don't know any other Lamborghini, so I can't retort.
That's the only one I can name. So it's for you, but the side effects are pussy.
Yes.
And those can be dangerous side effects, man.
Yes.
You hear that?
I'm hearing.
It's dangerous, man.
God damn.
You got to be cautious with that shit. It's stronger than 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃. If you really want to break it down on a biomechanical level, it's stronger.
𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃.
And the upside is crazier. But what point in time were we at during this pre-show?
About 46. Yep.
How do you know that?
I'm magic. Yeah. Did you want to?
F-Mac told you?
No.
Yeah,
F-Mac doesn't speak.
Yeah, I didn't say
F-Mac
shit.
say something.
I didn't say shit.
Exactly.
F-Mac, you listen to him now?
Nah, I'm saying my shit. Speaking my truth.
Yo, don't let him. F-Mac, don't let him come in between us, though. You know, me and you, we gotta understand that we homies, we cool. You know, we do what we do. Don't let corrupted minds try to corrupt you. He's a nigga. He can't sell nothing.
F-Mac, don't forget who coined the name F-Mac. You know what I'm
You
saying?
gave him that name?
That was me.
No, you didn't.
Was that you?
Yeah, that
No.
was me.
I thought that was AJ.
No, he called you Florida Mac, but I was like, what the fuck? Florida Mac?
Wait.
That doesn't make any sense. So I was like, nah, F-Mac, nigga.
Your name wasn't always Florida Mac?
Nah, it was always like my thing. It's just that's where AJ got it from.
Yeah,
AJ
like
got
you called yourself Florida Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
his
I was
thing.
about to say, nigga, we ain't named this nigga. He's a grown ass man.
F-Mac,
With
though.
the
Florida
father.
Mac is, of course, but F-Mac,
F-Mac flows better.
F-Mac, he became F-Mac. He was like, I'm F-Mac.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he got that thing now. You know, it was always there. Don't
You're
get it
right.
fucked up. He always had it.
It was there.
But it was like,
But it wasn't marketed well.
I'm like, F-Mac. It's like Florida's cool, but I mean, the guys are calling me F-Mac. I mean, that's kind of that's not worse.
Then he went out in real life. He started introducing himself as F-Mac.
F-Mac.
And that shit was working.
That shit hit.
It was like having a crystal on his neck.
Having a crystal. Or
Beautiful.
like having fucking constructed abs. But we are at a good part. You want to just get in the show?
Yeah, we get into the show.
Okay, let me.
You mind if I tap that?
Of course. And while he's doing that, please comment down below. By the way, this is a pre-show. This, we kind of just get warmed up for a couple minutes, a couple. But comment down below your hashtag YLOI, hashtag YLOI, partner at the end of the show. We get to talk to y'all. But yes, the pre-show is about to end. Let me get a cup of coffee.
Yeah, get you a nice little swig and I'll start talking. While he's doing that, what else do we have to? Oh, there's a whole lot of other things and extracurricular activities that we all do here. Like, my man's Lauren, he be making his music, man. He's a wizard when it comes to that music theory. He hop on the beat and the beat gets scared. It gets nervous. But then it eventually has to submit to Lauren's will. Lauren does what he wants on them things. Tell them where they can find that shit at.
Oh man, artist named Lauren on YouTube, artist named Lauren everywhere else. Only place is different is Twitter, X. It's real name Lauren there, but you can get everything from there, man. Spotify, Lauren, 𝙗𝔬𝔐𝚃, single still out now. Stream that if you can.
We also have another nigga. He's a young buck, still finding his way in the world, still learning what his name should be and all that. But he does his thing when it comes to that controller, man. He get that controller in his hand and he just becomes the man for real. Like he's just, and all of a sudden he's the alpha in the room when there's video games being played. Max0, tell him where to find that stream at, my guy.
You can find me at Max0 in all caps on Twitch and YouTube. And you can find me on Twitter or X at Magneto with a K and not a C.
Believe it. And we got another guy. He be doing, what you be doing, like poetry and shit? Tell him where to find your shit, nigga.
Yeah, I be doing slam poetry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every now and then. That is something I could probably do. I think I got the knack for it. But you can find me at LOI the Show or J Noblez. It's attached to LOI the Show though.
Yeah, nah.
But
but even more importantly than that shit, we have a YouTube channel. Our own personal YouTube channel that has been neglected. You know what I mean? It's famished, it's underweight, malnourished.
I learned from my father. I abandoned my child.
Yeah. Hurt people, hurt. You didn't have a father that taught you how to be a dad.
But that's
so
the thing.
You did unto your kids what was done unto you.
Like I was there for a little bit, got out, came in, got out, came in.
Yeah.
Got out.
I was like a summer dad. You know what I mean? Like I would check up on it in the summer. We go have a little fun.
But this is why
I'm not teaching you nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not like disciplining you. That's for your mom. Like let your mom do all the heavy shit. I'm your dad, but I'm more like the coolest uncle that you've ever had.
Or the dopest, biggest brother ever.
Yeah. A rich big brother.
Yes.
NBA big brother.
Yeah.
Like I can just introduce you to a whole new life. But yeah. Follow LOI the channel or subscribe. Hit the bell. Like everything on that motherfucker. Because we about to start turning that up for real. Shout out to Nuso and shout out Woody too, because they be on the stream. They be tuning into the stream.
Woody.
But we stream every Thursday at 8 o'clock on our own YouTube channel, dog. Yeah. It's not the podcast. It's the podcast, but it's enhanced.
Yes.
Because we're not held back
yes.
by niggas like Lauren and FMAC.
Yes.
Where they start, yeah, you can't say that.
Having side conversations.
You know what I mean? Distracting niggas, bringing dogs in and shit. It's completely untapped. It's pure. It's straight from the source. You know. We do it every Thursday, 8 o'clock.
But, and yes, it's all going to be interconnected. You know what I mean? We're probably going to have I don't know, some type of intro song. I don't know. I wish we had a homie that be making music or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, I already got one.
Yeah?
I already got one.
Is he dope, though?
Nigga, ew. Shout out bad hoes, nigga. Ew, nigga.
3, 2, 1.
Ah, shit. Hello, America. Back again. Once again. Time and time again. This is Two of Your Most Wanted. This is LOI the Show. I'm your host, Tony Groove.
J Noblez. White man on the boards.
Yep.
Back in the corner.
That's me.
That's him. We are we. Y'all know the deal. Hashtag #WildLOI. I told y'all in the beginning. Hashtag #WildLOI. Partner at the end of the show. We talk to y'all. Get groovy. But yes, we have a semi jam-packed show. I feel like we should, a couple of these, we could just run through them. Have y'all seen they are making a Snoop biopic? Can you type in the first dude? Jonathan Davis. I've never seen this guy before. I don't know what he does. He's probably been in a couple plays or something. That's where all these people just pop up from. Like they've been in theater.
They've been on Broadway for a couple of years, and they get tired of wearing tights.
But OG, the movie, the biopic, the exploration of Snoop's character, and the good and evil, and like the snakery, depending on like what perspective you have, especially with the whole, because like back in the day, the Biggie and Tupac situation,
the flip-floppery.
It's all there. Perspective though.
If you're objective about it,
could you break it? I know like a little bit, but basically
about the East Coast West Coast shit.
Well, what he did. During the beef in terms of being cool with Biggie, do you know like
he played the middle ground? Like he had went on I don't know if it was an Angie Martinez show, but I think he went on some radio show and was like, man, Snoop Dogg, Snoop D-O-double-G, he got love for the West Coast, he got love for the East Coast, he just got love for the world. Like he was doing all that shit. But then he also had a music video, which he was Godzilla-ing New York. Like, it was a bunch of fake tall buildings in like a New York atmosphere, and Snoop was just walking around, stepping on shit. He asked his joint out on one of them. He was like, man, fuck New York. He was doing all that shit. But I'm telling you, Snoop be playing both sides in a weird political kind of way.
Political?
He's political, nigga.
Oh, man.
He studied political science. But, and hopefully the movie explores it, because Snoop Dogg's life is interesting as fuck. He shouldn't be here technically.
Oh yeah,
that
for sure.
nigga, like, he literally got off a murder trial.
Yeah,
he was on trial for murder. He got arrested at, I think it was like the MTV Awards. It was one of them award shows back in the day.
Yeah,
but he literally got off stage.
Yeah,
walked down and got arrested for murder. Like, it was one of those situations, and you know, just the association he has to like. Biggie, Tupac, you know, Suge Knight, that whole, like, that movie could be dope. That movie could be cool.
But it's gonna be real. Let's I liked what they said. Universal Pictures Snoop Dogg biopic movie is blazing a path toward bringing the rap legend's life to screen. It's like, damn. The feature project from director Craig Brewer has cast Outer Banks actor, okay, so Outer Banks, we'll probably have to Google that later, but Jonathan Davis in the lead role. Brewer, Coming to America 2, Hustle and Flow, is revising the script that was previously penned by Joe Robert Cole and tells the story of Calvin Broadus Jr.'s eventful journey along his path to fame as Snoop Dogg. That's his real name.
So it's from the director who did Coming to America and what was the other movie you said? And Hustle and Flow?
And Hustle and Flow.
Oh, so this shit might be dope. This shit might be cool, man.
Okay, producers include Snoop Dogg, of course. Damn, he about to get paid from this. Brian Grazer and Death Row Pictures president Sarah Remacher. This will be the first project through Death Row Pictures' overall deal with NBC Universal Entertainment and Studios. Universal Senior VP of Production Development Ryan Jones oversees the feature for the studio. This nigga's about to get paid.
Yeah, nah. Question is, how long is this movie gonna be though? Because you know, there's like 5 different versions of Snoop Dogg.
Is Snoop Dogg I mean,
maybe
at least
7.
2. At least 2.
2 hours?
It has to be 2. But nigga, how? It has to be 2. I wouldn't be mad if it was 2:30. How long was Straight Outta Compton? Is he bigger than NWA?
Yes.
So he's about to he can make $1 billion. And not him, like, pocketed, but like if it's through Death Row Pictures with whatever deal.
So Straight Outta Compton was 2 hours and damn near 30 minutes.
Snoop need 3.
And I feel like most biopics should be long as fuck. I don't think we should try to speed through the story of somebody's life. Either make that into a television show or really just make a long ass movie. That's the only way that you're gonna be able to like do it justice.
It's gonna be in theaters for about 4 months, and then it's gonna hit BET Plus.
No.
Yep.
Nah.
Yeah,
nah, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Snoop Dogg is huge.
Oh, no, but that's not.
I think you got to understand how big. Like,
well, that's not. Well, I wasn't saying that to discredit
70-year-old white women are fans of Snoop Dogg now.
So what?
There's a lot of people that are gonna see this movie.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I wasn't saying that to discredit, but I see why.
Like, they can market this on the Food Network.
But that's what's supposed to happen, though. Shouldn't that be the cycle of black things? Like, they hit the movie theater, and if you want it, nigga, you got to come to the black shit. You know what I mean? It's not coming to HBO. It's coming to BET.
But nobody has BET Plus.
That's the only way to make
So
people
by
get
putting
BET Plus.
everything on BET Plus, we would be hiding content. We don't want to hide niggas' legacies.
We're not going to be hiding it.
Put it on Front Street. Put it on the most well lit mannequin. Like, you don't want to hide that shit in the back. Put it on Netflix, maybe HBO Max. Hulu is kind of but Hulu is still official.
Hulu is kind of
Hulu is
kind of
I can't even remember the last time I was on Hulu.
I bootleg everything, first of all, but Hulu is, I mean, I think they were one of the first ones that introduced ads.
Nah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
To my knowledge,
you think so?
Well, fuck it if they were, but they were the first major ones that like were popular, that were still in business.
Hulu definitely had ads.
Because niggas had Netflix and was like, Hulu got ads? Nigga, are you crazy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was the Spotify of like network television or whatever. you wanna
Hulu was
call it.
also the first to have live sports, right? I feel like that's true because I remember their advertising for it. It was like Hulu has live sports.
Yeah,
and they can
but-
say it so blatantly because nobody else did.
Yeah, but who did they? Who cares, Nick?
Well, live sports is dope. There's a lot of people who watch athletic shit.
Cool, you get a new bundle, you get Hulu, but it's they're not doing you a favor.
Well, nah, because when HBO Max started having live sports, that shit kind of changed a lot.
Yo,
That shit changed a lot. When we was in LA watching that Minnesota and Dallas game, that was on HBO Max.
that was on HBO Max.
We wouldn't have been able to do that without that. Come on, man. Pay respect to
That
y'all.
was a pretty good game.
But yeah, and it was also because you didn't have to pay for an extra bundle to get it. They didn't have every game, but it was a part of the regular service
For HBO,
for HBO Max.
exactly.
Which they changed their name to Max, and now they're changing it back to HBO Max. They made an announcement for that shit. And I was like, man, this is like, I don't know, is it that hard to have an identity? Like, just have a brand. But back onto the Snoop Dogg movie.
Yeah.
Did you see the story or like the narrative that apparently Snoop Dogg's son wanted to play him and then like he felt like he got snubbed or something?
Yeah,
Yes, man. Google Snoop Dogg's son real quick because I remember I don't know much about him. I know he used to play football. I think he played at like UCLA. I don't know. I think he might have been Division One.
he
But
probably
he definitely played football
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
think
they
he-
said he did. Yeah, from what I just saw
from what he's
right here.
Oh, put
no,
up.
for
Oh, UCLA. Yeah.
UCLA. Yeah, he don't look. I don't know. Does he look as much like his dad as that other dude does? Because it's kind of, I don't know. It's a little bit of a toss up.
He just don't got the hair.
Yeah.
And does he? He might not have the
Hey, can they
acting
see
ability,
Because they were saying last episode they couldn't see nothing. It was oh shit.
and they might not have the acting ability. You know,
Yeah.
or he might like. Just because he's your dad and you've seen his like inflections like your whole life doesn't mean you're going to be able to portray like what he was going through at that moment. Like it's different.
It's different. And even like
And sometimes you need that disconnect to really play the character how it should be.
Also, at the same time, that's what Ice Cube did in Straight Outta Compton with his son.
But his son is actually a good actor.
well,
Yep.
not necessarily. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Yep.
It's hard to judge.
He's
because,
not D. He's C. He's C rank.
Well, C-ranked actor to play Ice Cube. What C-ranked actor gets to play a legend that big?
Well, he played Ice Cube wonderfully. I think he did good in that. He was at
I
least.
think you could have done Ice Cube. I think Ice Cube is pretty surface level. Like you just kind of look halfway mad all the time and shit.
Nah, dog.
Nah, I don't know. Ice Cube seems kind of easy.
Play Ice Cube right
Ice
now.
Cube is easy. Ice Cube is easy.
You can't say that and not do it.
Be somebody. Which Ice Cube? Which version? Family movie or just nigga Ice Cube?
Okay, all right, bet. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna tell you. All right. Man, how you get fired on your day off? Where is that, nigga? Man. Where is it at?
Okay, I take it back.
Where is it at?
Chris Tucker's easy. Ice Cube is a little complex.
yeah.
But Chris Tucker's easy.
Chris Tucker's easy.
Do Ice Cube.
Whoa.
Do Ice Cube.
No,
Do Ice Cube,
no.
nigga. You scared to do Ice
That
Cube?
doesn't work on me.
You scared to do Ice Cube?
I'm not scared, but you have to at least do it first.
Lauren, do Ice Cube.
I can't.
Ask F Max, see if you.
Hell
I know. I know he can't. I know he can't.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fuck it. I'll do it. Okay. Give me a situation. What's the situation Ice Cube would be in?
Oh, your
Okay.
your minivan full of stepkids just broke down. And you're on the way to pick up the girl who you're trying to fuck.
Yeah.
And you're trying to fuck her through like taking care of her kids for a couple of weeks while she's gone on fucking vacation.
Yeah.
And you're on the phone with her trying to explain what's going on. Oh, trying to make everything seem like everything's perfectly fine.
I'm on the phone with her.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hey, what's going on? I feel like I hear the kids in the backseat screaming and crying. What the fuck?
Oh nah, they good. I'm just we just at the store right now. I'm just you know, just everything good. You know what I mean? They chilling. Is the trip going all right?
Yeah, you know, it's a bunch of rich niggas over here throwing money and diamonds around and shit. But you know, I'm staying focused. I'm worried about my kids.
Oh yeah, you know how I do. We just moving and grooving. You know, your kids, you know, they acting a little wild, they acting a little unruly, but you know, I'm doing my
Hey,
best.
what you feed these kids, man?
That's how I, okay. Do that again.
Yeah.
Do it again. That was kinda
Yes.
good. Because like I was trying to figure out who you were,
But-
because I was like, this ain't Cube.
That's not
but
Cube.
this is somebody.
That's not Cube.
That was definitely somebody, but
You don't get to say what it was.
That low-key was Ice Cube.
And
though.
in
That
some
was kinda-
moments.
that
In
was-
some
What'd
moments.
you say?
As soon
In
as,
some moments.
as soon as he was talking about the kids, oh, they're a little unruly. I was just waiting for him to be like, "But I've been there before. I know how it is." I was waiting for him to say some shit like
because
that.
you gotta understand. I'm trying to fuck Nia alone. What'd you say, Lauren? Though,
Oh, I said, hey, what you feed these kids, man? Some shit like that.
But you see,
oh, you
Ice
got little
Cube-
Terrence Howard on the second time.
Well,
But
yeah, well, that's at the main.
But you
yeah.
see, that's the third movie.
Yeah, that's what
he's
I'm saying.
already comfortable.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the kids.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
do that. You're on a whole nother script. Fuck out of here. That's why you're over there. But nah, Ice Cube is a little, you know, which is why his son did an amazing job, because Ice Cube can be a little like, I don't know, like just whatever. Like, I don't want to say soulless, but like just, I don't know. Like he's sleeping on the inside.
yo, pull up some Ice Cube acting. Just go to Ice Cube movies and just go to shorts. We can play that, right?
Ugh.
We
not
might
on,
be
not
able
on
to.
the screen, probably.
Yeah, not on the screen, but the audio of, you know what I mean? We can play that.
Okay.
Because Ice Cube in movies is funny as shit because he's playing the same guy, but he's not at the same time. It's kind of hard to really explain because I feel like his vocal inflections,
Yeah.
and like even just the way he looks at things is always the same. But the person he is different. Like each movie, he might be a little bit more responsible, or he might be just a regular nigga.
Well,
He might be playing a fucking the director of the CIA and still be an Ice Cube at the same time. You remember 21 Jump Street?
Is it right
Yeah.
here?
Sir, I know we come off as a couple of lady killers, but I promise you we will be super professional on the job.
Clearly, I wasn't talking to you, big titties, you cherub-looking motherfucker. I was talking to your partner over here, fake-ass Hansel Emanuel. When I'm talking to him, I'm talking to him. When I say shut the fuck up, I'm talking to you.
Sir,
Ice Cube is interesting. Ice Cube is an interesting motherfucker.
Ice Cube is, that's the thing. He found his niche.
Talking to him.
He's found his, he's
just
Kevin
like it.
Hart.
I feel like
fucking, he should never do action again. I didn't like X. You ever seen X? Triple X? But the Ice Cube version, not the Vin Diesel one. The Ice Cube version, it was cool, but it was like, all right, real nigga. But they could have actually got DMX or somebody. Like they didn't have to get Ice Cube, even though he wasn't bad, but he should never do action. He got to stick with, you know, stern black man, which is needed.
I got you.
Is needed. It's not a lot of them to go around.
Stern black man in funny situations.
I haven't started acting yet. Exactly. Well, yeah, but and that's the thing. He's never the butt of the well, he's the butt of the joke all the time.
Yeah, nah.
He's the butt of the joke, but it's a different type of butt of the joke. Like,
Because it's not really the butt.
but things are like life is happening to him.
Ice Cube lives in worlds where God doesn't like him.
Yeah,
You know, like it's just everything. He's one of those. If it could go wrong, it's gonna go wrong.
Murphy's Law is the only law that exists in that universe for sure.
Yeah, but
It's the only law.
shout out to the Snoop Dogg movie.
Yeah.
You know, if they show how fake and fraudulent of a nigga he is, it'll be accurate.
And speaking of fake and fraudulent, that word I can't even say. I don't even like speaking of that shit.
Yeah, you still doing Ice Cube.
Still-
You still just being an exaggerated nigga.
I'm still exaggerating. That's what they say about Spider-Man, the amazing what was that saying about him? The
About the
exaggerated
responsibility?
swagger of a black dude.
Oh yeah.
The exaggerated swagger.
You just exaggerate. Black. What it means. Yeah, to be a black teenager is to have exaggerated swagger.
Yeah, exaggerated swagger.
The shit is just all over the place.
It's all
You just
that shit
dripping,
was stupid.
dripping swagoo.
But what is a Hove complex? Speaking of, just exaggeration and, in the sphere of niggerdom. So, Nutso, look away, like the video though. But Ace Bailey's manager. If you don't know who Ace Bailey is, Hooper. I think he's going to be nice. He should be, hopefully. I can't really tell anymore, you never know what's going to happen. Like, niggas can just get injured or whatever. But regardless, there was like a problem regarding him.
I picked up on this too.
There was a problem regarding him and the teams, right? He didn't want to work out with a lot of fucking teams, like literally almost half the league. He only wanted to work out with the Knicks.
No, he didn't work out with any NBA teams.
No, I thought he worked out with one.
He didn't work out with any of them. He had scheduled a meetup with the 76ers, and then he had canceled that 48 hours before. He's been trying to rig his draft. Because, and it comes from an understandable point, because the thing is, being good at basketball isn't enough to make it into the NBA. You kind of have to go to the right situation. You got to go to the right team. You got to go, and the focus. There's a lot that goes into it. Even when you think about a Michael Beasley. Michael Beasley had A-level power and talent.
Yeah.
But he didn't have attention. Or they might necessarily not even want that from you. Like, they kind of, the team that you go to kind of has to want you to be the guy. Even if you're not that person. There's a lot of people who ended up in that situation. They're not even as nice, but the team just wants that to be the case.
Yeah.
We want you to be the face. We want you to be the star player. So we're going to treat you like the star player.
Yeah.
And the mistakes that you make, that other niggas make, we're going to gloss over them because, it's like we want you to be that guy.
Yeah.
But
Ace Bailey, he's a little childish. It was a little childish of him.
Very.
it's not him. Don't blame him because
You
these
don't
aren't
think
his
so?
these aren't his decisions. Though.
I mean, but
Bro,
as a man, even if you're a kid,
he's 18 years old.
Yeah,
so
even
like,
if-
you want to
that's
be like
even-
as
but-
a man,
But I was gonna say, even as a kid, you make those decisions sometimes. Like as an 18-year-old kid is what I mean. Like
Well-
if you want to consider an 18-year-old kid because you are young, but at that time you could say, hey, no, I want to go about this a certain way. You have the power in saying that when it comes to like that type of thing.
Yeah,
Now,
but
can I
you're
say
also 18 years old, and so
you're impressionable.
and so you got to understand that this is Sharif Cooper's father. Sharif Cooper, who is an NBA player, who's made it to the level,
Right.
and is a close family friend. He's 18 years old, and
He's
he
impressionable.
It's not even just impressionable. He doesn't really know the world that he's getting into yit.
For sure.
Yeah.
There's a reason 18-year-olds don't represent themselves in contractual
business.
obligations.
That's what I'm
in the
saying
business
about
side.
impressionable. You're impressionable by the person who is leading you in this sense because they have more control and understanding of how these things go,
They have
and
more
they can
maybe.
put something on. They can tell you how this goes because they've been there. And you see them, you don't know how it goes, so you're gonna take from
And-
that
and
advice.
you got this dude that you trust.
That's what I'm
who's
saying.
telling you like, yo, you're that guy, but the NBA is different. In the
feel it.
NBA, where you go is a whole lot. It matters how far you'll go. Whatever destination, wherever you land, like is super important.
Yeah, but
there's been plenty. Like when you think about it, there's only like 3 or 4 organizations in the NBA that know what to do with superstar talent.
I don't know
But
about
you
that,
think
though.
that
They
matter-
know
hold on.
they
You think
know
that-
how to cultivate superstar talent.
You think that
There's not
matters
a lot
now,
of them.
though?
This isn't my opinion. This is like what I'm getting from niggas like Brian Windhorst and like people who know a lot more than sports than you.
Do you think that matters now, though?
No, Jay,
like
you're
where
right.
you go.
Yeah.
because in the sense that
It's not
players.
just-
Hold on. You talked a lot.
Lauren's still shaking his head at me,
Because
man.
Because I'm agreeing with Jay.
Lauren,
He hasn't even spoke yet.
I know where
because
he's
I'm
going.
Just such a frail nigga. But
Nut rider.
But I'm saying that doesn't really matter today in terms of what the NBA is because players have so much power. So like even if he like landed in where he did, the Utah Jazz, which isn't the worst organization,
No.
probably is. It's definitely not where he wanted to be.
pretty
Nobody
good.
wants to be in Utah, but it's not the worst organization to be in. But even then, he if he's really that nice, he can probably go where the fuck he wants to in a couple years. Now, who knows? And that's just, there's an ignorance that he's moving with.
Yeah.
Right? Because first of all, like, it really is.
Well,
I don't know his
agent.
background. Is he rich? He come from money?
I don't know.
I don't know.
The agent's ignorant.
The agency. Look at him.
We can't say Ace. This isn't Ace isn't making these decisions. He's
but
18 and he has a manager. He has an agent. So you're trusting that person to do what's best for you.
Where
That's
is
what happens.
Sharif Cooper now?
I'm not sure, but
Can we play this real quick? Because this is the manager. Like we said, Omar Sharif Cooper, the father of Sharif Cooper. Let's yeah.
in the Rolls Royce,
Damn it! I wish y'all could hear this Jay-Z.
Patek Philippe, a couple chains on.
Now I'm not gonna lie.
OB, you could tell he's waited forever to listen to this song like this.
Yes.
To really be able to live what the song is saying.
Well, that's the thing. He has like it's the Hove comp, like it's this thing of like wanting to be Hove. Like it's a thing in New York. I think that's a thing. I think that's a thing.
Yeah.
Like niggas want to be like something that they probably don't really need to be. Maybe.
Well,
I don't
they're
know.
not
But
striving for anything that's necessarily bad, but it's it's the whole black excellence.
the way they're going about it though.
Well, I mean, he's not going about it in the worst way. He's got,
Made a mistake.
he's managing NBA players, but
The video is hard.
now the video was not hard. This nigga looks fucking hilarious.
I'm just the video. And
he's treating the car like a rental,
He just moving his head so you can see the double R.
to
on
see
the
you
fucking-
double.
Yeah.
Look,
and then like he wants to hide it. Then he wants to show you.
He wants to
again,
show it.
just to
Yeah.
make sure you know it's still there.
Yeah.
Like
Look.
this shit ain't fake. Like you can't lick it and smack it off.
This ain't even about the jewelry. People think it's about jewelry. It's about that double R.
Yeah,
Lauren, when
But-
you get your double R, nigga,
I'm not gonna let nobody know. I'm gonna wait for somebody like you to fucking put it on Front Street.
put on Front
On
Street.
Front Street. He's already talking like Hove.
As you.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the Marcy, nigga.
As you.
This shit gonna
Fuck
hit the
outta here.
stands because of you, dog.
I'm
But
like, where everybody at?
when I was saying destination, I wasn't talking about necessarily how big the market is or like the actual place that you're living. Because of course, nobody wants to fucking live in Utah. Them niggas not even getting pussy. They soaking down
Cooper
there.
Flag worked out with every team,
Yeah,
and I think that's a lie.
Well,
Is
I
that a
don't know.
lie?
I don't know. He worked out. He worked out with teams.
I think
though.
he worked out. I think he missed one team, but he even worked out with the Mavericks.
What's your
The
point?
He already knew he was getting picked and he still went.
He still went, and he worked out with the team that was already going to choose him.
Okay, so listen.
But and I'm just saying,
I'm not saying.
and I'm not trying to use. I guess I am, but whatever your perspective is, like it could be a minute thing because, like you said, it's not their fault. It's the agent's fault. But I don't think the agent told Cooper, "Yo, you should work out for every team because that'll look good." I think.
Well, you don't do that. Nobody works out for all however 30-something teams that are in the NBA. That's not how that fucking works.
But I'm just saying, it's like however many teams.
It's usually like
The destination spots
You
that
know
you wanna
you're
go to.
like on the mock where you're likely to go. There's a range where you're likely to go. Cooper was the consensus number one.
And these
overall
teams reach
pick,
out
like-
too. Let's not
Cooper-
forget that.
Yeah.
These teams reach out like, hey, we'd like to get you in a workout. Like that
Yeah.
shit happens too.
Yeah. Overall, I'm not, because I don't know if you guys are confused. I'm not agreeing with how they're going about doing what they're doing. All I'm saying is I understand the purpose. It's not coming from nowhere because a lot of these organizations don't know how to cultivate the talent.
I understand
A lot
you.
of them. Well,
Sorry, because you made this point and you're making the same point again, which I'm not trying to say you're
there's another point to that point, though.
okay, but let me at least just say something to that
Fuck
one
it.
point. My fault. Look, I was gonna say you said Jay, it can happen a lot. A lot of the top talents right now are second round picks.
Yep.
Who work their way up. So yes, organization matters. I do want to say to the one point, a lot of players who were the big names today had to work themselves up. It was not a lot of just golden talent that went number one and made themselves that because of the market they went to. They actually landed in places they didn't want to go or places that wasn't suitable to build them, but they built themselves.
Yeah.
So a lot of the big players today did do that. I just
Yeah.
want to put that out there.
Like
And
who?
it's-
Name them.
Shay, Gildrich-Alexander.
What's your point?
Is LeBron one?
This is what I'm saying.
Jokic.
So, and this is why I have to finish the point so you guys can like really understand what you disagree with.
Jalen Brunson. Go ahead. Just keep going.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep.
I'll start when you stop, brother.
I'm done.
You starting to piss me
I had to
off.
give you 3.
And you're completely missing the mark. They all they're in organizations that could cultivate talent around them. LeBron James got drafted to the Cleveland Cavaliers and he left for a reason. It was because they didn't know how to build a team around him. You have to have an organization that knows what they're doing in terms of cultivating the talent around you so you have an actual chance to win. Because nobody wants to be a Paolo Banchero. He's nice as shit, but he plays in fucking Orlando. And they've been trying to get this nigga help for years, and it's still not happening. So he's dropping 30 and 40 in silence.
What's his contract? Can he leave? Does he have a?
You're signed to a rookie deal, so you're going to be there for an extended amount of time. And then ideally, you would want to stay with the organization that drafts you.
Yeah.
Ideally, you go there, you become the star, you get the money, they put the team around you, and that's how it goes. That's what happened to Mike. So I happened to like all the legends, Larry Bird, like that's the ideal path.
Ace.
That's why LeBron James got so much flack for leaving Cleveland without at least trying to get them niggas a ring first. But he left because he got drafted to a shitty organization.
That's why Dame had to leave too. I understand.
You know what I mean? And so it's like and if that's the case, I understand a nigga trying to do what he can to land in a spot that's preferable for him. Now, they're going about it in like this isn't the most shrewd way. It's kind of like
he's mad he's in Utah.
He's not mad he's in Utah. That's another narrative that's kind of being fabricated because they keep posting videos of the nigga like kind of looking. And this is kind of what's been going on overall with this NBA
wants
draft.
To go to Utah? Nigga, I would be. I'm not saying that's the thing. He should feel how he wants to feel. Not to interrupt you, but it's still, nigga.
I hate when niggas say that.
Everybody would be mad. Nigga.
That's like saying not to smack you in the face, but I'm about to smack you in the face.
Well, you seem irritated. I smacked you in the face.
Yeah, I don't like getting smacked in the face. But of course, nobody's happy to go to Utah. But he's in the NBA. That's all he gives a fuck. That's all these kids should really give a fuck about. Now, there is a big narrative going around that's saying that like, yo, these new basketball players are all nepo babies. That like they're ungrateful.
NIL deals.
And NIL deals making them cocky and shit. They already got their own money. Mm-hmm. They've been millionaires for at least 2 seasons now. Yeah. So this NBA money is good. Don't get it twisted. But it's not nothing that they haven't seen before. Now, I think that's kind of getting exaggerated. I think that's getting propped up by how people feel about them getting paid.
Yeah,
more so than like how they're actually acting. Because there was this one, I forgot his name. I think he was like the 8th or 9th draft pick. But he got drafted. They called his name. He stood up and he was like, fuck. And the media clipped that and took it as to being like, yo, he's upset that he's going to woo-de-woo-de-woo-de-woo. But I think that was just like a real like, yo, like, I got fucking drafted. Like, whoa, like this shit is happening. Nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't even believe it. Like, and then he tried to wipe his eyes like he was, tearing up a little bit. Like, I think it's getting, I don't know. Well, I think they're putting a lot of weight on like how they're looking. It's kind of like when you have a narrative, when you have something that you want to be true, a theory.
Yeah.
You usually do the research and the evidence that's curated in the direction of that shit being true. That don't mean that you're doing science.
There's a coin for that. I forgot what type of media coin for that, but that's what the media does. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what we did in Iraq. Is like, fuck it, they got big bombs over there. Whole time we wanted like oil and shit. So it's other underlying meaning in like, I don't know if overall everybody is upset with kids getting $1 million. Mm-hmm. Like, I haven't checked or Googled like how mad are these institutions that like kids are getting paid all this money.
There's really a lot of the fans. The fans be hating.
The fans are hating?
A lot of the fans. Well,
So
you gotta understand,
when I say, but you know
most
what I mean.
outrage is in comment sections. And most successful people who like own companies and businesses and motherfuckers who really matter, they're not commenting under pictures.
I'm just saying though, because if they're mad, then that would make sense of the reason why they're using these NIL deals as like the causations for players really just understanding their worth loosely understanding their worth in terms of like the NBA and like the power that they have now. And I don't know, man. It might be partly like the superstars' fault. Like all these superstars kind of abusing the system a little bit, like kind of just doing whatever the fuck they want. You got players jumping around every fucking season just because they're amazing players, which you should be. I mean, I guess. But what does that do to the psyche of young niggas that are nice, but at least those players that are doing that, you know, that finicky shit, they're stars. Like they've actually proved themselves. And I don't.
This is why capitalism overall is fucked.
Yeah.
Because like when money meets special interests, like things never match up. They never merge perfectly. Because it's like you got athletes in the NBA, then when they go to negotiations, they're gonna try to get as much money as possible. You're gonna get as much money as possible for what they're worth. Now, on one hand, it's like, okay, I understand a nigga getting paid in accordance to the production that he gives you. But at the same time, there is a lot of these teams are running into, especially with the new laws in the NBA, to where they got the second apron, where, you know, I'm not like I'm not an accountant. I'm not really about to break down all the math and the money behind that shit. But there's a second apron in the NBA to where it essentially makes it harder to have super teams. You can't be paying 2 to 3 niggas super max level contracts and have a team full of A-level talent without getting fucked up in the back end. Like they don't allow that shit no more. So on one hand, and this was even a conversation about what Shay's next contract is going to be like. Yeah. Because you got to think he got a ring, MVP, finals MVP. He could really go and try to ask for as much money as possible. Yeah. So could Chet and J-Dub. Because they were both like, you know, they proved that this is a big three. Like they proved to be a pretty pivotal piece in getting the job done. Yeah. So they're going to want to get paid too. But if they all get what they're worth, you can't keep the team together. Exactly. And so then comes the question of like, all right, does Shay go and ask and accept less money so there's more money to go around? Yeah. That's happened a couple times with like, it's rare.
Brunson did it.
Brunson did it. Yeah. And he got flack for it.
LeBron did it.
Bron did it and he got flack for it. Yeah. Because the way that everything is about precedent. Everything is about what happened before and like, you know.
And what are you setting for the future?
And like, what are you setting for the future? Other NBA players get mad when that shit happens. Because the thing is, if LeBron James do it, they're going to expect everybody to do it to a certain level because like, nigga, you ain't fucking him. Yeah. So you want all the money you worth? You not even like, it's a weird position to put niggas in because it is a team. This is a collective effort. But you also don't want to get extorted because that's happened too. Because it's been a lot of players and athletes who got fucked over in contracts, fucked over in deals. NFL is worse. Yeah. Because they money not even guaranteed depending on their contract. Like, it's like, nigga, it's a bunch to go into that shit.
Might get paid next week.
You getting CTE for a maybe?
You're not even gonna remember you got paid.
That's the beauty of it. It's like they could tell you that they paid you and you got CTE, so you won't remember that shit. Yeah. You just go beat your wife.
Yeah, go get this massage.
Out of frustration.
You could touch her too. But it's all when you want to commoditize. Is that the word? What's it? Y'all know
commoditize.
Commoditize.
I don't know if that's a word.
I think you may have made one up, but you know we get it. We understand where you was going with it.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
When you want to commoditize your art.
Commodify. Another word for commodify.
I like that one.
Commodify is a little better.
Wait, click on that one. Let's see if that even makes sense.
Commodify has a definition.
In third person.
The other one doesn't.
Okay, so when you want to commodify your art, and that's all you're saying, you know, just kind of reiterating, it's a tricky in art, basketball, same thing. When you want to commoditize something you love, it gets in the way of a couple of different things. Like, do you got to pick where you want to settle? Mm-hmm. It's like, is it for the love of the game or is it for the love of my pockets and my future and my family's future and what it's really about?
Which are both important.
Yeah.
But the thing is, monetization makes everything a little messy. Yeah. But overall with the 𝙃 situation, I don't blame him, which I think sucks because a lot of like the articles the Instagram postings, that his face is there to where it's like, this guy is stupid.
Yeah.
When he's just an 18-year-old kid who's trusting his agent, who's trusting his management, his parents probably trust. So it's like, it's not necessarily his fault.
Right.
But even
not,
when you look at the when you go to the Utah Jazz page, which I follow now because, you know, you got to stay up to date on this kind of shit. But he got off the plane and he took his luggage immediately to the basketball court and started hooping and like was literally in a full workout to where it's like he's focused on basketball. That's all he cares about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the NBA. I'm ready to average 30. I don't really like. I understand this guy's in my ear. He's like, yeah, you know, fucking watching the Wizards. DC got the baddest bitches. They GM is cool. He kind of got an eye for talent. He might be able to put some pieces around you.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, word. Like, you know, all that smooth. I want to hoop though.
Well, that's the other part of it that people are saying. Like, being in Utah is probably a great thing compared to a large market.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's less distraction out there if you really just here to hoop. Like, you really could do what you need to do out there in Utah.
Yeah, and once again, it's not. I don't think it's about the market size because from what the reports was saying, he was trying to land in DC. And you know the Wizards, that's not a fucking Washington Wizards.
No,
that's
but
not
the
a big
location, like outside, what's going on in DC is always something popping. There's much more like out nightlife type of shit that's happening that can pull you away, and you already a star. Nah, for real, like you a star.
Lauren.
Well, that's what I mean. Like you going outside, you know, at night in DC compared to Utah is probably a little different. It's probably different. I've been downtown DC.
Yeah,
I've never been downtown Utah, but I've been downtown DC.
Yeah.
There you go.
Past the kidney stone in DC.
Definitely.
In general.
Nah, for real. Nah, DC's cool. But
and it's close to all the other shit. Anyway, go ahead.
Ace Bailey, I think. I mean, look, I do blame his agent. I think you're right. I blame his agent. But he should have known something that was a little bit better. Not should have known everything was better, but just a little something. Just know a little something that was better.
Easier said than
gotta know a little something. It is easier.
You never been in the NBA.
But you wanted to get in? I was about to.
Go ahead.
I wanted to stay on basketball. Go to Hansel Emanuel.
I got you.
Is that a fake name?
It's kind of, but Hansel Emanuel, the story with no legs. So go to the first post. Everybody knows about this kid. Well, guess not.
Oh, you talking about the dude with one arm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess not a kid anymore, but a post came out about him getting a two-way contract. Let's just read this real quick. Congrats breaking. Houston Rockets are signing Hansel Emanuel to two-way contract from Austin Pay State. Hansel Emanuel lost one of his arms when he was 6, but now he's taking the basketball world by storm and has his eyes on the NBA. Heart emoji, a true inspiration. You see his nub, you see his action face, and everybody was kind of going crazy about it. And, you know, people were losing their minds. They were like, yo, this is crazy. This is beautiful. Like, he's
the first disabled athlete.
Inclusion, finally.
He's the first professional disabled athlete. That is kind of insane.
Well, physically disabled. I'm pretty sure most athletes are mentally disabled. Just a little autistic, for sure. They're fucking athletes.
Tony Snell.
They're all a little fucking stupid. They don't have to be like smart for real. Like dribble a ball, nigga.
Smart is different than mentally
LeBron
disabled.
and Jaylen Brown is the only basketball players that are allowed to be smart. But that post that we saw by Hansel Emanuel was a lie. Unfortunately, his agent came out and he was just like, "Yeah, these are rumors. No, it's not." Johansi Zapata, president and co-founder of Z Access Sports, told TSN in a phone interview, "It's false. It's a rumor." So everybody that was excited, I'm sorry to bring the bad news. I know it's sad, but the NBA is still good to watch. We don't need to watch somebody get fucking picked every time. We don't need to watch a horror show on the fucking basketball court. Everything is beautiful.
I didn't know he had this much NIL deals though.
Which is good.
Yeah, he's famous.
But he doesn't need to be in the NBA. And I don't know what's up with like
crazy successful for what he's already done.
He could never, well, I don't want to say he could never. the NBA players make a lot of money, but he can make enough, money on YouTube, like what Frigga is doing.
Frigga.
Like if Frigga has Frigga is
Frigga.
Frigga. If that nigga can make, his own production company, his own like little movement with, being a normal person, he's still an amazing basketball player, but also content creator.
I don't get why you're hating on him being able to make it to the NBA. Because if the NBA picked him up, it's not no charity case. They don't have to do that. NBA has foundations where they feed kids in Africa. They probably donate to St. Jude every month. Like the NBA is good on that front. They're not just throwing charity cases. So if he made it, it'd be because he was nasty, nigga. Why are you hating on the one arm, nigga?
Nasty?
Nasty.
Not nasty. Nasty?
Disgusting.
Ugh. No. He could never be. Ugh, fuck.
He
could never be that. He could never be.
But he
I'm
could be
sorry.
ill. He could be ill.
But
He's better than you at
He
basketball.
give you mad, but he fuck.
Do you understand that? So like, I don't even get why you're speaking
think
with.
so. If
Oh
he can
my
fuck me up,
God.
Lauren, he fucking you up.
Yeah, I can admit that though.
Wait, hold on.
I don't know,
Justin,
I don't know.
Justin, do you realize this is a Division I basketball
yeah.
player?
Yes, I understand.
Nobody is throwing him bones.
Yeah.
No pun intended. he made it to
No.
where he's supposed to be because he was good at basketball,
Yeah.
despite having the nub.
And this rumor made it to where it was supposed to be because of his nub. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because that would have been crazy.
I'm saying
But
he's
hold
good.
on, hold on.
I'm saying
he's good at basketball.
I know
though,
he's
right?
good at basketball.
He's better than everybody in this room.
He is.
That isn't named Tom Group.
I would have to see it.
He's better than you too.
Now he's better. He's
I
definitely
would
better
have to
than
see
me.
it.
He's better than. Pull up his highlights.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Fuck his highlights.
You suck, man. I can't believe you comparing yourself to him. And you're supposed to root for a guy like this, a nigga with a birth defect.
I know.
Imagine the first NBA player with scoliosis.
Hey, I'm a victim too.
They're gonna change the game for everybody with scoliosis.
Well, nigga, you should feel proud everybody's playing. I'm pretty sure everybody's broken a toe on that motherfucking court. But I'm a victim too.
Oh no, you're a victim of your
I'm
own.
a victim too. So I don't.
And it's
I
of
don't,
your own ignorance, which you get no sympathy.
Look, he's
for.
nice.
He dribbles better than you.
He's
and
nice.
You have two hands.
He's nice.
Come on, man. They can see this, right? They can see this.
Nah, I ain't put it up.
Show
I
them
don't
to
know.
them.
Let me see what this page is, bro.
Bro, it's nothing. It's
nah,
basketball
go ahead.
highlights. We can react to basketball highlights.
No, unless it's NBA. But yeah.
Yeah. They was complaining about not seeing shit last episode.
He's
Lauren, we gotta
nice.
show 'em. But yeah, for the viewing audience at home, just imagine a nigga with one arm doing things that we've never seen a guy with one arm do before.
He's nice,
different.
man.
Yeah,
But it's
you
not
couldn't do any
gonna
of this shit,
be.
bro.
Yeah, nah.
It's not gonna be like. Look, I root for him.
I wonder if this
He's
makes
just about
him
to dunk
better.
again.
I wonder if this makes him better somehow.
Niggas, I feel like these niggas ass. But look, I'm just saying.
Who do you think you are?
These are highlights too. But anyway, look, all I'm saying is that the NBA, it
Hater,
would be
bruh.
a little bit
He's
too.
a hater. That's
No,
he's a hater.
fuck it. It would be a little bit too much for him. Now, what I'm saying is
Probably.
that he could take
Probably.
what he has, like in terms of brand, to really another level on his own if he does it right. Like if
playing
he,
the Special Olympics.
not Special Olympics, because he would kill them niggas. He'd
he'd
wash
kill
them.
them niggas, yeah.
But BET Classics, before every BET Awards, they play like basketball game. He could play in those games. He'd get paid for that. Frigga videos.
Ain't no money in that.
No,
Get his own league, man.
you're crazy.
His own one-arm league.
Nah,
There's-
it's his own league in general. Just coin the name off or something.
He's going to get paid by brands to fly out to different courts in Rio and Red Bull Classics and hoop. Like, he doesn't need the NBA.
I wonder if he can
shouldn't-
do a pull-up.
Yeah.
No,
You think he can do a pull-up?
no.
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
The fact that he
No.
only has one arm,
Yes.
it makes that arm stronger than it would
you
naturally
mean?
be if he had two.
I don't think so.
He can't do
He
a
can
pull
do a
up.
pull up.
He might be able to
He's
do a
just
pull-up.
tall. He's tall as shit.
can do a
He can't do a
pull-up.
pull up.
Can you do a one arm pull up?
One arm.
There you
pull
go,
up.
nigga. Then he can do a pull up.
I don't even know.
But wait, why are you excluding the
I've never
other
even tried.
appendage that I have?
I'm saying, can you do a 1-arm pull-up?
I can do a 2-arm pull-up.
Can you do a 1-arm though? That's the question.
Why?
Can
he do a 2-arm pull-up?
Because if you can do it, he can do it.
Ask this nigga, he can do a fucking 2-arm pull-up.
If you can do it with one, he can do
What
it.
wrong with you?
Wait, you don't like the question? What's wrong?
Nah, I don't like that question.
Why you acting this way?
Because it's like
Can you do a 1-arm pull-up or not?
that's inconsequential to what we're talking about.
No, it's not.
No, it isn't.
We're talking about him being able to do a 1-arm pull-up, which I said I don't think so. Why would he be able to? Why?
Because he only has one arm.
Yeah, that's all he's ever
Which
used.
makes that arm strong as shit.
Not necessarily.
But I'm saying
He
if you can
uses
do
it-
it, then he can definitely do it. That's the point. That's the correlation.
Anything you can do, he can do better with one arm.
No.
You're a fucking hater, bro.
No.
Yeah, and it's not even like it's not even jealousy hate. Like he just hates.
Yeah.
He hates disabled
I
people.
hate mad.
You got a problem with different kind of people.
I hate. Look, you can call me a hater. I'm probably hating, but I'm also giving him credit in other avenues in which, like, I don't even know if he wants to go to the NBA. Who knows? But he's better off without it for everybody.
Why?
Because
how is that? I don't get what that part. What is that part of it? Because you're making it seem like if he make it to the league, we'll suffer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
what is he gonna?
He keeps trying to like, oh my God, it's like the world would just, better place.
It's like you have this thing where you just feel like if he makes it, that where he's going to be exposed in such a way that the world's going to hate him.
It's not about
he's
being
gonna he's gonna fall into this deep depression because I made it, but I didn't really make it.
And he's gonna start. He's gonna start a pandemic of one arm niggas going to the league.
It's not going to be. He might do good, especially on blow bys. His left arm won't get caught on like nothing. But it's still that isn't gonna translate. Like him having one arm is gonna be bad.
Post-up game
Him
is just gonna be
having one-
crazy.
I think you're a big
Post-up game. He's just gonna have to
his
have me
one.
post-up.
No, I'm a realist. His one
You're a
arm,
bigot.
his one arm game isn't going to translate to the NBA. And if your favorite team
agree with
drafts
you.
him,
I agree with you.
You should be a little angry because it's like, why not let Cleveland draft him? Like he'll get a lot of playing time over there. But maybe not now. Lonzo
Nah,
over
man,
there.
you never
but
know, man.
It all depends.
I feel like he could, if you can. Who's another NBA player that's not worth shit?
right now
Yeah,
or
all
time.
time. It doesn't even matter. If you dropped him in the
Nassers.
1940s,
Kendrick Perkins.
if the Nassers can have a spot,
That's what I'm saying.
this guy can too. Like this guy can. If the Nassers can have a spot, I can have a spot. Yeah.
Don't kid yourself.
Nah.
If
nothing kidding about that.
Bronny or Hansel.
Hansel,
I'd probably go Bronny.
draft pick, Hansel, nigga.
I'd probably go Bronny.
Any day of the week, man. Wait, hold on. Do I have LeBron on my team?
No, it's just
Hansel, nigga. Of course.
okay.
Of course. He like 6'7". He'd be a good help side defender.
Yeah.
One arm rebounds. You ever seen a one arm rebound, nigga?
I've never
That'll get the people going.
I've never heard of a one-armed reach.
What?
How they test is like reach.
Just double up or whatever is this.
Well, they don't double it up. They
But-
just measure how long his one arm is. It's probably easier.
Got one arm, man.
And that's another thing
I
about
don't
Ace
know.
Bailey that was funny because he was supposed to be 6'10", but when they measured him at the combine and all that shit, he came in at like 6'7.5". It's just been a bunch. He's been in the NBA draft news for all the wrong reasons since the beginning. So it's kind of like the media is just they're hopping on something that is a story, but they're just painting him as
Once
a
the
bad
narrative's
person.
painted,
good
though, there's
reason.
more things that just feed the narrative.
Yeah, it's just more like, oh, he's not as tall as he is. What the fuck?
For
Just
good
add it
reason.
to the list of reasons we don't fuck with the kid.
Well, I just didn't know this guy was such a hater with like excellence and shit like that. He
Nah,
don't
man.
want the best for nobody.
He hates. He's a bigot,
It's just
so he
insane,
hates
bro.
all minorities, all different kinds of groups of people.
Look, man, I love love. I love love.
You hate love.
I am Diddy. No, I'm just playing. What are we gonna get into next?
Speaking of love, can you go to Homiesexuals?
It's perfect.
I got you.
This is a little different because it's from the other side of the world. Apparently, right in India, the norm of showing camaraderie,
Can I guess?
friendship, just overall, I got your back, you got mine, between homies, the best way to do it is by holding his hand in public. Now, if you go to India on tour or just on vacation and you see a bunch of grown men walking around hugging each other's palms, just a bunch of niggas holding hands, right?
Yeah.
You might immediately assume that they're gay. But apparently, according to this post right here, which is a trusted journalist somewhere, they're saying that this is just a social norm to show friendship between two guys.
They're not gay.
It's nothing sexual about it.
That's the thing, right?
Play the video.
Okay.
And they can see this, correct?
Yeah.
Things I wish I had known before going to India. Now, India is a different place. Like, if you look at some of the things that their politicians say about certain subjects, like, rape and woo. They have a different philosophy on how life should be lived.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you might not agree. I definitely don't fuck with some Indian principles. But can you zoom in on the caption? Because I feel like it really goes into what the fuck this is. In India, it is quite common to see men holding hands in public. This gesture doesn't indicate a romantic relationship, but rather signifies a strong bond of friendship, closeness, and trust. It reflects the deep emotional connections and solidarity among male friends, and it is a way for them to show support, care, and companionship towards each other. So next time you see men holding hands in India, remember, it's a beautiful display of friendship, not necessarily romantic love. Now, like when you think about certain shit like The Office, right?
Yeah.
The show, the sitcom. It started off in London or UK, wherever the fuck that shit was. And then it was so good that it made its way into America. That's how a lot of like, content, certain IPs, it gets hot in other places, and then we do an American adaptation for it.
Yeah. But I will say this is like, I don't think it's gay. I don't think it's gay.
Well, they're telling you it's not.
Yeah.
Well, it's not because they're telling me.
No, what they're telling you is not. And
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. I'm saying.
I think there are other cultures that do this too. I don't think this is just Indian.
Does the Jamaicans do this?
No, but I think there are other cultures.
Oh, nigga. Jamaicans are the exact opposite of Indians.
Yeah.
The polar opposites.
Jay, are you doing this if you go to India?
Are you going to be one of the cultures?
No. He can make friends where he goes.
I was about to say, like, yo, who am I doing? I'm just holding myself. Nigga.
Y'all are homies too. Like, y'all could, been knowing each other long enough to hold hands.
That's honestly not my custom. I like to have my other hand, just ready for action. You know what I mean? You never know what's going to happen.
There you go. They do this in Ghana too.
But Ghana. And
that's a lie.
You love Africa, dog.
That's a lie.
You love Africa.
That's a lie.
Why don't you believe it?
Look that up.
It's true. However, I saw two older black men doing this in London and felt uncomfortable, I must say. So I pretend I never saw it.
They do this in Congo too?
Yo.
Why you sound so hurt?
Because he loves Africa, dog.
You have to look this up. Do they hold hands in Ghana? We got to look this up.
All over the world.
All over the world, bro.
Niggas hold hands all over the world, though. America's the straightest country.
Family and friends everywhere.
No, Uganda is.
Say it again?
You said the straightest country? I say Uganda is the straightest country.
Oh, I mean, I don't disagree. I've never been.
Nah, that's just from, I feel like that was that clip of that dude.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you gay?
Good one.
This one dude said he's kind of making an interesting point. Like, one of those, like, hi, gotcha. Can you scroll a little bit more down so we can read it? The entire point of this post is showing how the world is bigger than you.
No, read it in a sassy voice, like how he intended.
You do it. You got a better sassy voice. You got a better sassy voice, dog.
You suck.
Go ahead, girl.
The entire point of this post is showing
how
the world
I
is
was already
bigger than
doing
you.
that, dog.
Yo, you don't want to be
Don't
fun.
do it.
It's called culture. To everyone writing gay in the comments, you're just showing how small your brain is. So you can't comprehend that people are different. We already know what your culture thinks. Nobody asked you.
Trying to fix it.
Nobody asked you. That's what he did.
You was 5 different niggas.
That's what he is, though.
5 different
That's what it
guys
is.
during that
The
shit.
entire point of this post is showing how the world is bigger than you.
No, I think
it's called culture.
I think he meant it from like a more lighthearted place. Like,
No.
the entire point of this post is showing how the world is bigger than you.
I thought
It's called
but
culture.
his teeth are clenched and he's angry.
Nah. I don't believe it.
It's probably
He's
look,
happy
man,
gay.
You can't when they might be. I don't know. It's not gay. It's not gay. It's close to it. It's like across the street from it. But that's the thing with like being gay and like all these labels. You know, like you just got to be what you are. Like, don't subscribe to the whole label because then you're supporting a lot of shit that you might not even support. So you just got to be you. So yeah, I mean, they're not gay.
Well, yeah, in America they would be because that's what our norms are. But you know how in Brazil or like I don't know what country it is, but there's some place in the world where this is the middle finger. Peace. Peace is the middle finger.
This way or this way?
Yeah, I think that way. And the actual middle finger is peace. So when you flick somebody off, you wishing them well.
Yes, but there's a massive epidemic of brutalizations of women in India. Having known people from the country and aware of how prevalent DV is, I swear that most of these men are queer and angry at the culture that demonizes it. Oh,
now there is a case for that because when you look at some Indian shit,
what happened under that? Who said? Who replied?
They probably agreed, or he probably responded to himself.
So what you're doing is called derailing.
Because there wasn't anything about
Wait, go back down. The same person. That's the same person.
Yeah.
They commented to themselves.
okay.
But what was I about to say? India does have some like homoerotic.
That's not derailing. Sorry.
Some homoeroticness about it somewhere. I can't even really explain it. It doesn't seem like
You gotta explain that though, dog.
It doesn't seem like they like women that much.
Not liking women is homo. Come on. I mean, they beat women.
I mean,
they beat women.
Hold on. By definition,
Indians
not liking
beat women. Is that? Can we just say that?
Whoa.
Can we just say that?
You can say that, yeah.
Can we
But
just say that?
Make sure you say your name after it, and make sure that everybody knows.
Let's just
you're
say
the
that.
only one that agrees with that shit.
Indians. I've seen countless videos of like women like going ow, 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 and women and dudes are just like, hi, let me grab it. I got that bitch.
Well, that's not beating.
And
That's assault.
Yeah, that's assault. But
Actually,
well, depending on the law, assault can be various different things. But
what are you saying?
I'm saying that
I feel like
Indian dudes.
What the fuck? I feel like you just defended like some of the 3 cardinal sins, nigga.
What you mean?
I don't know. That shit just sounded goofy. Clear that shit up. What do you mean?
Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about?
What do you mean?
I was saying what you were saying. I was just saying
Nah, you was
Indian dudes.
You won't
I was
say what I
saying
was
Indian
saying,
dudes.
dog.
You called them gay. What are you talking about? At least we. There's no like.
Well, I said they don't like women that much.
Hold on.
I said they don't
There's
like
no
women that much.
gay Indian you could type in Google and we could see them being gay. But you could type in Indian man beating woman. So it's like
Lord,
at least my fucking point is actually
Google gay Indians.
let's look up gay Indians.
Please.
I better see Akash.
Why?
He's the only Indian I know.
Come on, man. They said fuck the red dot on their forehead. We're gonna put a rainbow.
And what's funny is they might not even be gay. They just put Indian gay.
Why? Why would you think that these two these goons? I was trying to say gay dudes. Why would you think that these two dudes aren't gay?
Nah, goods, nigga.
Yeah, these. I like that. That's title of this episode.
these goods.
Yo, these goods are gay.
Okay.
Well, just say these are goods because it's already redundant. You know what I mean? Like these are goods. These are goods.
I don't know. India's a strange place.
Yeah, you nigga. This is what you just. They are, like you said. You said they were that.
Yeah, but you said they all beat women.
A lot of let's
One
look
of
up
those
that.
is a crime. You understand? Like, I think it's better to call a whole country gay than it is to call a whole country. Who's the nigga that used to beat bitches back in the day? Fucking Joe Jackson.
I'm about to say most dudes probably.
Yo, it's this clip of Ronald Reagan in a movie that I saw on Instagram. He was acting, and it was a scene like it was a bunch of dudes. They was all in the basement, and this girl that came down, and he was like, "Hey, go upstairs, honey. You know, go somewhere better than here." And she was like, "But I want to be here." And he was like, "Yeah, just get out of here, bitch." And she was like, "No, but I want to be here." He got up, He was like, I can make that change in a hurry. And then he got up and smacked the shit out that bitch.
Oh, damn.
And she spun around towards the door.
Damn. Just a Three Stooge spin and fucking go. That's beautiful.
That
in the
shit.
worst way, because you know what that caused is a series of events that led men to be destructive in their behavior and to push more misogyny and the patriarchy amongst the public.
You don't believe what you just said.
I believe partly of it.
You don't believe in
I believe partly of
patriarchy, nigga.
I believe in it partly.
Overall, though, goods in India have a different culture, and I think it's got a little bit more homoerotica.
And I will say, you know, they're head to head. For those of y'all listening in the morning, like literally forehead to forehead, but it's not a lot of like gay stuff going on. Just saying. You
What
know?
do you wanted to see somebody suck a dick? What are you talking about?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like they're
He
just
wants more proof.
Nah,
like
he's bigoted. Like even when you present factual information, put it in front of his face.
you
Right
why
there.
are you holding that in front of my face? Why are you holding that?
right there for you?
God.
I hold it right up to his retinas.
Yo.
He would deny it. He would deny it. He's a denier.
So what? So by and large, though, if the rest of the world does this, if like the majority, if the majority of the world does this, then are we correct in
Be
assuming? Are we correct in assuming at all times that that's the activity that's going on when we see it?
What?
Like even in America, right? 'Cause- So America is a melting pot,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But we're not that melted though.
Yeah, and are you saying I don't want to confuse what you're saying in terms of like dudes portraying one thing, but they're really
Right.
You know, yes, of course, nigga. That's every dog. Yeah.
You got a
Fuck
story?
it. This story means nothing to anybody because y'all don't know. But so, my mom, right?
Oh.
My mom, right?
Oh, that's the
My mom, right?
Yo, tell that that's a
My
good
mom,
one.
That's
a
good. That's
a
good. They gonna
that's
love this
good, that's
shit. They gonna
good.
love this shit.
Your mom, shout out your mom.
And we keeping retention. But
lay it on them.
we good on time?
Yeah, we have 156.
So basically, right?
Yo, that's
my mom,
crazy.
right? So she had a friend, a dude friend. He was cool, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? They used to like kicking and shit. Like they were cool.
Yeah. Smoke a little weed.
Smoke a little weed, you know, probably do other things. But he probably. Yeah. But regardless, he was a cool dude and shit. You know, he's really like part of the family, like even because they knew each other back in the old town, nigga, Rocky Mountain, Scholar Neck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to people from North Carolina that know. But basically, I'm chilling at home one day. Nigga, she walks in and says the most, you know, it didn't sound democratic to me. Let's just say that. Like, this fucking, fucking, I can't, nigga, this fucking, and so she's going off, right? And, you know, I'm just minding my business. I'm like, has nothing to do with me, but it seems like I'll have to, you know, I'll know about it a little bit later.
Yeah.
Nigga, she says that, I'm like, what's going on? And she tells me, it's like, yeah, that dude, who, by the way, sells drugs, because this kind of connects to the whole point of niggas portraying, and not really, well, I guess portraying because they're not telling nobody, but he sells drugs, he's into that shit.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Moving things.
He in the life. He got units. He got some, he has shrubs.
He got units.
He got shrubs for sale.
LBs, nigga, elbows. So when this had came out, when she told me, like, yeah, man, I saw it in his phone, and I didn't even ask further. I was like, saw it in his phone? Like, what the fuck? And she was like, yeah, I saw that in his phone. Sucking. So when that happened, I was like, wow, like this is crazy. Like I know this dude my whole life. He sells drugs. Like he's a real nigga. Like whoa, like but he's
That was
gay.
your father figure.
Whoa, not really, not necessarily.
That was your father figure.
Your
fucking father figure was gay.
I had one father, and once I gave up on him, there were no more father figures. But I was like, he was a cool dude though. But I was just like, whoa, like fucking sucking cock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Blissfully. Like,
And
it
that's
wasn't
the
even
thing,
like
right?
he was trying it. Like, he knew what he liked. He knew what,
And just
like a popsicle.
And just to reconnect that with Lauren's point, yes, there's a bunch of that happening in the States where like there's probably a dude beating this girl right now, hopefully not, knock on wood, but because he has some feelings of, this all metal.
You not gonna say. I feel like I feel like you just caused 5 domestic violence.
I'm not throwing something that's so far on the elemental scale.
You solidified it.
But
Wood table right in front of you too.
You asshole.
hey, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? You get the point.
Damn.
It's because he has feelings that he hasn't expressed to his family. And I think I have a undercover cousin. Undercover cousin. I think I have an undercover cousin though. I think some shit came out about him years ago, but nobody's ever said anything about it. And he hasn't like pulled up with a dude. You feel me? But
yeah, nothing too crazy and nothing.
it's a lot.
Initially, I was talking about this on the other side. I was saying that we're such a melting pot that some people over here from other cultures who do things, we think it may be that, but it might not.
No. When people come to America, they know to subscribe. They know to get in fucking line.
I got you.
They know to do American things. And that's the thing. People want to do that because that's the closest they're going to get to whiteness.
Also-
so like they're going to act accordingly.
And also, people come to America to be gay. That's a part of how America was founded.
Yeah.
Like, niggas was seeking religious, sexual, financial, financial freedom and all that. And this is a new island where no rules have been established. There's no norms or customs that get in the way of you being who you want. You're gonna make the rules.
We break the norms. Why do you think the first black president made it legal for gays to be married? Why do you think that?
I don't know.
Because this is America, and we care about people's feelings.
Sounds like you're just saying
Because
capitalism is gay.
He had a pretty buff chef.
Exactly. Who apparently
He liked how buff his chef was, and he was like, you know what, I might, just get this freedom for everybody.
and the chef disappeared.
To Obama's ass.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
right.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We gotta say like
That's where he's hiding.
we gotta say like he
That's where he went, guys. You ain't see that shit on Reddit?
You got it.
we gotta talk in codes about past present. Like he fixed his cavity.
He was a member of his cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. He was all up in the cabinets.
he was part. Yeah.
In the drawers.
Yeah.
Had a compartment in the refrigerator.
Yeah. He entered the secret door in the Oval Office.
Yeah.
The only door the president
he
should
entered
be allowed to
Obama's
enter.
Oval Office.
Yeah, he went
He
through
was in the Oval. His ovacular office. God. Yeah, nah, Trump would never. I don't think Trump would ever fuck his chef.
Oh man, nah. Unless it's a hot babe, as he would probably call it.
From Russia.
Yeah, that looks like his daughter.
𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑. What time are we at?
202.
Perfect. That's gonna be the perfect amount of time.
Did you want to touch on the BBL Drake real quick?
Drake has abs, and he paid for them, which is stupid. Cause I don't know, like
What?
I've always had a pretty good metabolism, so I don't know what it's like to not have abs. And like I even remember like being a teenager and like seeing like commercials and shit to where niggas were selling 6-pack abs. And I was like, damn, like there's really people that's just walking around and that's what they dream for. It's like, yo, I want a 6-pack of abs.
Yeah.
Like when you a slim nigga, like you just always have it, so you don't really appreciate
Yeah.
what that should be.
Yeah.
But
We're privileged.
apparently niggas is paying top dollar just to have, pretty abdominals.
Is all surgery for men, should that be banished? That isn't like life threatening.
Well, you know what's interesting? I don't know who I saw saying this shit, but it was an intriguing take because I was like, damn, there is some kind of history behind that shit. It's a little bit of precedent set. He was saying that there's been a couple trends that girls start and that dudes eventually come around to. Think about earrings. There was a point in time where having earrings, not even just the one on that ear, but having 2 earrings was considered a little, fruity.
Dudes
say that.
Dudes have always worn.
It was a little
earrings, though.
good.
No, there was a point in time where it was goodish to have earrings. It was. And like, even if there's certain old heads, certain age, but there are old heads that still had that sentiment. But eventually dudes did it and it became normal. What's going on with the nail polish now, right? Nail polish is a woman's sport, but dudes have been playing it. Now, it's not at the point in time to where it's completely normalized like an earring is. But I've seen, I don't think the number of niggas with nail polish is decreasing throughout the years. I feel like this is becoming more of it's a bigger trend. And it's getting to the point where, like a couple years ago, you would see it and you would take note of it. Like, yo, that nigga's got nail polish. But now I feel like I just see niggas with nail polish and it doesn't hit that, doesn't ring a bell because I've seen so many niggas with it. Like, I was looking at, that rapper Destroy Lonely?
Yeah.
Like, I was just flipping through on Instagram. He was going viral because he was at some fucking fashion week with two bitches that look like they can only breathe through their mouth.
Yeah, the
because of how
Charmaine
heavy
twins.
their shades were. Yeah, they're famous.
Yeah, the 𝔓𝔕 twins, yeah.
They're world-renowned Charmaine
Oh,
twins.
𝔓𝔕𝚃 twins. The 𝔓𝔕𝚃 twins.
Fuck them hoes. But regardless,
Yeah.
though, he was with them wearing some diabolical shit, and that shit was kind of crazy. And he had nail polish, and I was looking at his cigarette more than I was looking at his nail polish. Like, I just mentally accepted that this is a part of what life is now.
Yeah.
Men have it. So, all that to say that
Black women are the future.
body horror or body augmentation might be the next step in evolution for straight men.
Shit like this, right?
It might be the next step.
You think it's the first step of it, right?
Zoom in. Yes, zoom in. Because
Now, before we started recording, I was like, yo, you got to get the chest too. Because you got
Because
you got chiseled abs, but the whole package
right here look crazy.
Yeah, right there looks crazy. It's almost like it took a lot of fat out of there.
his breasts are different size.
But nah, man, you got to do the chest too and the shoulders, man. And I'm just saying, I'm speaking from my natural body.
They even said that the Liver King, he had ab surgery. He got his shit sculpted and carved and chafed in the right places to give him that pristine, like that Hershey chocolate bar look.
He got them pressed.
Yeah.
He hadn't worked out his chest enough.
He hasn't worked out his chest. It feels like he hasn't worked out anything enough if he's going to get surgery for it. But my thing about Drake is, I had even said this before we started recording, Drake should be the fat guy that gets bitches still.
Oh, yep, you did.
Drake should, I feel like in terms of his talent, who he is on a personal level, just, his persona, how he acts, I feel like he should be the chubby dude that gets bitches.
And you want to know why?
Because he's so vulnerable.
No, you want to know why that's not possible? Because he's light skinned. He's like the Prince of the game. Could you imagine Prince getting fat? Or
well, Prince was on an alkaline water diet.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He cared about his body so much and his image to a girl.
Well, hold on,
but
Prince,
I'm just saying.
Well, you can't compare him to Prince. Prince
can't.
was like a deity. I feel like he was beyond food. He didn't need nutrition. He just needed to charge his aura and shit, and he'd be perfectly fine.
Well, that's
Prince is one of those kind of niggas, dog.
Drake was doing that before this beef. But
nah,
yeah, for sure.
He won't flow no air like Prince.
Drake,
come on, man.
Never.
Prince showed his ass, and dudes would still defend his straightness.
Drake sung.
Just in general, he just sung.
He sung.
was a singing nigga.
What is Drake's iconic moments like that? Or does he have any Prince moments, some MJ moments, Michael Jackson moments?
Yeah, when bitches
all
are
his
fawning.
legendary moments are
Music video shit, right?
Yeah.
Beef shit, right?
Beef in music videos.
Yo,
Where we're like, oh nigga, that's a fire video.
And really, that
there is no
fire video.
Oh,
I remember when
Kiki,
he
we
did
giving money off to
when he
people
did
and
the
shit.
God's Plan video and all that. He was handing out stacks of money. That was an event. Even I don't know.
Bling.
Hotline Bling. Well, niggas was just taking his dance and running with it because it was funny.
niggas was taking his dance.
Yeah, well, I think they made up his own thing.
Yeah, we was just making fun of that shit.
But Drake is.
Fuck.
You're right about the beige.
But
the beige being a big component of this.
But another thing,
like,
he's a superstar, dog. Like he can't be fat. Have you seen Party Next Door?
he can be fat.
Have you seen Party Next Door?
Have you seen Rick Ross?
Right.
Who the fuck matters? Who cares?
Who the fuck matters?
Seen DJ Khaled?
You matter. You seen
Khaled?
Khaled? Come on, man. Face
DJ
on Love.
You just naming
Ice
fat
Cube
people?
is chubby.
I mean, I know fat people
Ice
too.
Cube is chubby.
Yeah. I'm
World renowned superstar.
Mark Henry. Fuck it.
No, I think he was chiseled. Mark Henry. Wait, who? You said Mark Henry. I started thinking about the dude that was racing the train.
The dude that was
The
racing
dude that was racing the train. John Henry.
Oh, you think about John Henry?
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah.
Oh, wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong impressive black dude. But no,
Rick
I'm
Ross?
just saying that it's an image thing, man. Like he can't be fat, but he should have.
Well, he can't be fat, but that's not. Can't be fat isn't enough to do what he did, because there's a lot of dudes that can't be fat, but they didn't go to these means, man. They went to the gym.
Yeah.
They went through pain.
Yeah.
You know what I want to see? I want to see Drake go to that one gym in LA. It's just one gym in LA. I think we
Gold's
watched
Gym?
them. Nah, I think we watched them on the Patreon. But it's the gym where men are being men. There's no
Oh.
excuses.
Oh, that shit?
Yeah. It's,
talking about-
it's herniated disc.
He would die in there.
I don't know.
I think it's called Diamonds,
He would die in there.
Diamond's Gym.
but it's Train to Failure, whatever.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yeah.
And the dude Hattie.
Yeah.
Hattie Yatel, he's got his own YouTube. Phenomenal content. Like if you just want to see, men be manlier than you,
Yeah.
tap in.
I don't know if Drake could like hang out with us during a workout session. I don't know if he would do enough reps.
I don't think he can hang out with me on a basketball court, nigga.
That's what I'm saying.
He'll fuck
has
you
a
up.
basketball
He's
court.
getting trade.
And he turned it into his closet. He don't even care about the game. You saw that shit?
What?
Apparently, because I followed the No Jumping News shit. I was scrolling on Instagram one day, and they was like Drake has turned his $1 billion basketball court into his closet, and they had a picture. That shit looked like a fucking pop-up launch with a bunch of streetwear brands. It was just clothes on hangers, clothes folded on table. It was all color-coded. Like, yeah, pink over here, baby blue over here, diamond purple
That's
right there.
hard.
It's hard, but why would you disrespect a perfectly good basketball court like that?
Because he could probably put a basketball. He could build another one.
Or, you're right. But still, I just like, I don't know. I feel like that's a flag on the play. Like the fact that he's willing to turn his basketball court into a closet means he could never touch me on no court. He don't respect the game enough.
He
don't got enough love for it.
He could just fly to a better fucking court, and it's all. But that's
into
the
a
thing.
t-shirt closet.
But that is the type of mentality.
You see this shit?
That's pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
That's it's
it's
insane that he could do it, but this is disrespectful.
This is a bazaar.
Yeah.
What's a bazaar?
It's like a clothes.
It's a clothes like
Vintage-
sale thing.
vintage
Clothing sales place.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit look like a thrift shop, but he can never see.
You said that shit like that. That song. Shit like a thrift shop.
Macklemore shit.
Say it.
Yeah, Malcolm Moore.
Yeah. How'd that song go?
Thrift shop, white tee, tank top, something white shop.
That's pretty much it. But yeah, nah.
Yo,
He couldn't see us.
Drake
is now. How many sets of push-ups have you done during this podcast alone, Lauren?
3 sets of 20.
Come on, man. 60 piece.
Drake could probably do that.
I don't know. His abs might get dislocated.
Drake could probably do that. Now, ab crunches,
I do need to do.
I think they would both fail.
Which is another thing to where, Lauren would definitely fail in the ab crunches.
Actually, I'm about to do some of those too.
Yeah, you might want to go ahead and bust you out a couple because, nigga, you got a dad bod.
Yeah.
That shit was surprising to see. I was like,
Currently, I do. Yeah.
yeah, that shit is.
You saw it?
We went to his music shoot.
This nigga stays
Oh,
forgetting that shit.
Oh, you
Yeah.
talking about that shit?
Yeah, this nigga was shirtless. I was like,
Yeah.
man, you're not even the kind of nigga that should be shirtless.
Yeah.
I'm not really tripping
Now,
on that. There's-
like now.
Right now, no.
But
I'm not
I
really
get what
sure
you're
about that. There's a lot
saying,
of
like
niggas
in
worse
terms
than
of being a kind of out of shape singing nigga.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you could be like a
Lord-
Leon Thomas. A Leon Thomas.
Aubrey should be built like Lauren or Leon Thomas.
Yes. Yes.
That'd be better.
That's the.
Well, that's
and I
probably
feel
the-
like maybe even having like
That's probably
Lauren,
the
you
natural
studied-
build, though. That's probably just what he normally looks like. But if it wasn't for the etching,
And Lauren, you studied music theory. Like, did they say anything about having extra blubber? Like, actually, because the big lady,
You got to stink from your stomach. Though.
the big opera lady is usually fat.
Maybe.
Yeah, usually.
I've
The
heard of
ones
that
that
term.
shatter glass, like, you know, they have a larger lung capacity to pull from. The diaphragm is longer because of how much bigger boned they are. So it's just like, if you really want to be about your shit and your artistry, you got to gain some weight.
Fuck that.
You got to gain some
Not
weight.
for what he does. Shout out to Drizzy though. Stay healthy
Look at the way Future built.
or pay healthy.
Future don't give a fuck about the gym.
Yeah.
And he's still Future Hendrix, nigga.
Yeah. For what we know, and like you can honestly tell, honestly, I mean, I don't know.
But are
let's
we at that
see.
point in time in the show?
We are at that time. We are at the YLOIs. We got a lot.
Why?
Yeah. Yo, shout out to Nutso.
Nuso.
This nigga really be supporting us and shit.
Nuso watches the stream.
That shit be
Nobody
crazy.
does that.
But
Yes.
why hashtag YLOI? If you're watching it live, please switch over to the comment section. I remember seeing that one time where the nigga left his YLOI in the live chat. I'm like, dog, you can't do that.
That's redundant. Did you catch it?
No.
Ah, fuck it.
It was a while ago.
Shout out to Leaky Boy. Hashtag
Hashtag.
YLOI. Do people who are often referred to as homophobic, can you zoom in just a little bit more? Like, this ain't bad, but
Yeah, it's gonna turn away the
fuck
rest of it.
you're right. So I'll just pimp it out.
Gotta read
Let me start over. Do people who are often referred to as homophobic like to instantly respond with, "I'm not scared of no maggot/homo"? I think how the proper term to label them, but they would probably refuse this to. Example. Refute this to. Example. I realized J Noble Leader is anti-homo after he said they were like regular people, but just gay. Is that wrong to say J Nobles and most of the pod and people in general are anti-homo? Hashtag another one. There's no wrong answers. So in y'all's opinion, is being homo normal/natural/right? Hashtag labeling one's insolence.
How do you keep coming up? I feel like he has
ChatGPT's helping.
has to.
But for your first question,
Yeah, man. I'm anti. Man, I don't.
it's simple.
Anti-homo is like you don't like homophobia, right?
No. Anti-homo means you don't like gay people.
Yeah, you almost got there.
How?
You're
You
against
almost,
them.
you almost sent us out of here, man.
Yeah.
They were like regular people.
Yeah, nah, he almost got us out of here a couple
Oh,
times.
they were like regular people, just gay. I mean, I feel like that's like a regular point. Like they're
That's
regular
a-
people.
That's a bigoted. Well,
Like
they're like regular people, just gay.
They're regular, especially in the way I say. I think I remember because we were talking either about the content day, which is probably what we were talking about. And yeah, I was probably just like, yeah, there was like, you know.
But the point
Nah,
he's trying to make is that like this fact that you make the distinction between regular people
Yeah, you
and
said- yeah,
gays
you said,
makes you anti-homo.
Correct. You said
Because-
like normal people or normal.
But because I was
Yeah.
probably being labeled. What? I was probably being labeled a homosexual just because I don't like look at gay people as like. And
Wait, what? Somebody was calling you gay?
yeah, y'all was
none of that
probably
happened.
Nobody ever does that.
No.
y'all was
none-
probably doing that.
none of that
Nobody's
happened.
ever done that to you.
It was just mid. You were actually just explaining your own point, and within your own point, you had just said, "Yeah, I don't think it's like this because I think it's almost like it's not like normal people. It's this." And then he ended up having to stop in the middle of it and was like, "Whoa, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Gay people are normal people, regular people, whatever the hell. That's what it was."
I had
Well-
to do the
There's
to
also
come in and save us.
well, I mean that's
Come in
not
and save us line to where it's like, come on, man, be more polite than that, dog. That's bad you.
well, that's
Bad
not how I
you.
meant. I'm pretty sure I was probably speaking to the ideals of people that are actually homophobes. It's like I was talking to them.
Yeah.
I wasn't
But-
talking to regular people.
But to your question of why do when people get hit with your homophobic allegation, they respond, "I ain't scared of gay people." That's because they're ignorant, and it's like an ignorant attempt to flip words because
Yeah,
that is the classic I'm not scared of them niggas, but fear is weird.
it shows up in different places and
Yeah,
like in
it's-
different ways. Like it can show up in obviously like pure anger, but it can also show up in ways
In a lack of curiosity.
yeah.
Homophobia could just be the fear of being labeled as gay when you're not.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well,
Because it's like you have
That's
a homophobia. You have a fear of being homo.
yeah, or
of
coming
seeming
across that
homo.
way. Yeah, yeah.
So you try to be overly guarded. That's why you're like, no, I don't mess with this gay shit. Like, I don't know this shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're
Pause.
overly doing that because you don't want to seem like you're with it.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you have a fear of coming off that.
Right.
Because you
And
have
you
a
had just came
close-
from the gay parade, so you was being extra. You know what I'm saying?
and he was very uncomfortable there. He was being very
I wasn't
anti-homo. You was anti-homo at the parade.
What?
Anti-homo.
He was
Man,
half dapping niggas there.
Yeah.
no, man. I
He
wasn't
wasn't even touching him, Lauren. I mean, F Mac. He was just like, what's up? Nigga?
Oh, he was elbowing.
little air
No,
elbow.
I wasn't air. Man, I would never do that, man. I fuck with the gays. I'm like 𝔓𝔦𝔑𝔗𝚃. I fuck with the gays, man. If they ever need me to host the gay
You said
parade,
that last episode.
He did.
I
He's
said I'm
been
like
practicing,
𝔓𝔦𝔗𝚃.
y'all. He's been practicing.
Homophobic niggas say they're not scared and they're like 𝔓𝔦𝔗𝚃. That's the two. Those
like
are the two
𝔓𝔦𝔗𝚃.
answers that they go to.
I fuck with the gays, man. They fuck with me.
Gay dudes is cool.
They're regular people. They're just gay. Like, what sense is that? They're just gay. Like Hansel Emanuel is a regular person. He just has one arm. I'm not hating all people
He's
with one
not
arm.
less than a regular person.
He's not
now,
less than a regular
because
person.
he has one arm.
Even people that are paraplegic.
If anything, he's better than the average person with one arm because he's a D1 athlete, and that's like, what are the chances of that happening? That's probably low percentages, but
Yeah.
yeah. They say that.
Shout out to you.
They say that leak because they feel like it's an easy way of getting out of the question, out of being a bigot. But
It's being homo normal.
and his second question was, there's no wrong answers, but do y'all think being gay is yay? Like, you think that's a part of nature? That is natural, that it is normal for niggas to be gay.
What is normal? Like, is it a thing?
Normal, natural, right are the words he used. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it just
Let's break it down by-
it is what it is. Like, is it normal? Yes, it's normal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure there's, in terms of like species on this planet, if you want to get like, break it down, I'm pretty sure there's species where two male species, go together. In fact, look this up. Hyenas have a penis and a vagina. Look that up real quick.
They're intersex.
That's all of them.
Or is that just the skinny ones? Like, you sure they all have that? No. Hyenas are not hermaphrodites. While female spotted hyenas have a large clitoris that resembles a penis, they are not actually hermaphrodites. They have distinct male and female reproductive organs, with the female producing eggs and the male producing cum. The misconception arises from the appearance of the female's genitalia. So apparently
wow.
they got colossal clitorises.
Yeah, they always on. Oh, okay. Wow. I thought for a long time they had.
Can you pull up some images of hyena vaginas?
I got you.
Yeah.
Hemophilia.
Wait, what is that? Hemophilia. Oh, you put his hermaphrodite slur? I think it's been used that way.
Yeah.
I think it's been used that
And
way,
it's-
but it's also a scientific term.
And
Yeah, it
it's-
is. Intersex is the correct term. I just put bleep.
Intersex.
Now, okay, so we'll bleep it. But
guess.
yo, this is gonna be a topic for the main show, but
Yeah.
so we can loosely talk about it real quick just because of this. But nigga, the CEO of I think it's called OpenAI. Did y'all see what he came out and said? That he doesn't understand why people trust ChatGPT and all AI search engines as much as they do, because it hallucinates. It'll hallucinate. So the thing is if you type in a request, it's gonna do its best to give you a response, regardless of if it's factually true or not.
Yeah.
So sometimes they'll just say a bunch of shit that when you read it, it's like, okay, that's the answer. But it made it up because it's designed to give you an answer.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily designed to give you factual information all the time. And he said what's dangerous about it is that unless you're an expert in the field of the question that you ask, you're not going to know that it made some bullshit up.
Yeah.
Because you're trusting it. You already was like, okay, this thing is smarter than everybody and everything I've ever known. So if it says that this is the way, then this is the way. but it hallucinates.
That's why I said
This
you should
shit-
use it as a companion. You should use it as like someone to bounce ideas off, especially in realms that you already have ideas about or you already know things about. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That
Then you
is-
can allow yourself like a room to, okay, I know that already. Okay, that's a good point. Okay, maybe I should do this. You know what I'm saying?
But that
It's-
is a viewable point, though. Like, as far as tech shit, you can actually ask it basic tech things, and you can tell, like, oh shit, he kind of doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
It's a little embarrassing.
You could lie by telling the truth and shit. And that's the thing. I mean, you can also frame what you ask in a way to where it'll give you a certain type of answer. Like, I've seen people do that shit with Grok.
Yeah.
Like, they'll prove a point by asking the wrong question. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird.
It's a little reverse psychology, you know.
But yeah, it's a lot
You
of
try to flip it, but
even yeah, it's a lot of open AI.
so
interviews.
even with the question you just asked it, Lauren, like I don't know. You
and
might
it-
have to go talk to some real intersex people and see if they're offended by it.
Lauren, it said it was outdated. Come on. But shout out to PD. Shout out to Leak. Yep. Tyreek, J Noblez is really dumb as fuck. Doesn't stick to points, doesn't speak coherently, and can't argue any points. All his proof and evidence is just vibes.
You are a very vivacious kind of dude. Your vibes over facts. I don't know. But when people say shit like this, it's funny.
When
Because
people-
somebody said this about me on Last Home Room, so I was like, oh, okay.
I hope. I think I've seen Tyreek comment before, so I'm not going to go all the way off. But shout out to you. I want to, oh my God. But no, fuck you, nigga. I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah. All the time, too.
Most of the time. Most of the time. I love how y'all be.
I love y'all, but
Yeah.
I love y'all, but up pick in vids about what you're talking about. Oh, put up the pick and vids about what you're talking
I think
about.
he said, I love how y'all put, I think he meant to put a P there. I love how y'all
I
put
love
up-
y'all, but
I love how.
Guys, the nigga.
There's a how there.
he can't articulate himself.
Exactly.
I love how y'all but pick up in vids about what y'all talking about. I think he means he loves us and how we get down, right?
I think he
but
says.
he just wants us to put up what we're talking
No,
about.
I think he's saying that we do, and I think he's saying I love how y'all put up pics and vids about like what y'all talking about.
Oh, yes.
And you responded, got you.
I love how
Well-
y'all put up pick and vids about
Lauren,
what
you're
y'all
smart.
talking about. Lauren,
I use key because I thought this dude was just kind of like, you know, I thought he just mistyped. Well, like,
He did. He mistyped. He meant to put here instead of but.
I love how y'all put the pic here.
okay. Well,
But B and
I
P,
guess we're doing good.
B and P aren't even near each other.
You can make mistakes on the phone.
It's
On the
not
phone,
even
that's
about the typing. It's
That's
about
true.
the phone
Autocorrect.
correcting you.
Yeah.
The phone correcting you will fuck up the whole sentence.
That's another AI that probably needs to get shut down. But Leroy, the time in which America exercised primary peace for the world is known as Pax Americans.
Americana.
Americana.
Hey man,
I just
it's been 2 hours, dog. It's been, you know.
I just made it white. Sorry.
Yeah, you made it plural.
Nutso. Using Dutch soccer team for Dutch women is foul. No.
Yeah.
It's not even a yellow card, you fucking fool.
Also, new soul, white flag. I told him to put up a white flag. I don't remember why. Also, I see the bombs when I visit my family in Jordan when I'm on the plane before landing. See, that's what I was saying. He be seeing the bombs. And I am duly, what's the name of the briefs? I'm asking for a friend. I think I'm wearing them right now. All right, yeah, I actually am. I just went to Walmart and went to the underwear section,
Tell him.
went to Hanes.
Tell him what's on your ass.
I did what I do. I didn't pay full price. You know what I mean?
You didn't?
Nigga, I don't pay full price for nothing.
Not even like as a conscious thing, like karma. You don't believe in that?
Hey, now. Well, you know my karma? Sometimes I get got like when I go up and I do my method. I don't know if I've explained the method before on YouTube. I don't know if that's like safe to do. I'm not even gonna do it. And bleep out the word of the store I went to. But please.
Don't bleep out that store.
Bleep out the
this nigga is
store.
not as important as he's trying to make him. Don't do it.
Bleep
He's
out
not
the
that
store,
important.
dog.
Don't do it,
Bro,
Lauren.
we got friends that tried to sell tigers, dog. We're probably on the FBI watch list.
Fuck out of here.
We're on everybody's notoriety thing.
You tried to sell a tiger.
You know, sometimes with my method, it doesn't go the way it's supposed to because my sleight of hand was off. So I end up like there's been 1 or 2, maybe 3 times that I've ended up paying like, you know what I was supposed to pay for what I was getting. But
Yeah.
every other time I probably say I got like a 93% success rate.
But you also don't, like, you grab things that you could accidentally pay full price for, right?
Of course.
You never,
Well,
okay. You know,
that is my thing. That is my like, because you know I'm not going in there and getting unnecessary shit just for the fuck of it. I'm only getting things I actually need and use.
You
and
fucking lying.
Most of the time, when you name something I bought that I didn't need.
If you would have got
Or
that,
that I stole
if you
that
could
I
have got
didn't
that
need.
silent basketball at Walmart, oh my God.
You know what's crazy? I think I was so excited for that shit, I would have paid full price.
You're lying.
It was only $20, $25.
I don't believe the animal inside you. I know. I've seen you when you get in that store.
I don't want you looking inside me, nigga.
Yeah, whatever, nigga.
But
Nah, for real though, you wouldn't have paid full price for it. For something you love? What? You're gonna feel great. Like, not only do I love this shit, I paid not the full price. I paid a cheaper price. I'm the man. That's what you're gonna be saying. Tony, you're the man. That's what you're gonna be saying.
oh my God. All right. I would have stolen it for everybody. I would steal something for you guys in this room.
Yeah. You
I
a
would.
thief. Own it.
We're homies, man.
Own it.
We're homies. I won't hold your hand, but I'll panhandle something for you. I'll slide a hand for you.
I'm finna start paying you. I'm gonna start paying you to boost for me.
I swear to God, I can start a business. I literally be thinking about it sometimes. I'm like, yo, like, it's fucking foolproof. I can get Lauren. What do you need?
Don't ask that question, nigga.
Lauren, what? No, from a friend.
It's the list is too long, brother.
Hey, there's no list longer than what I can steal it for you, dog. It don't have to be poetic. I can steal it for you, nigga.
We are LOI the show. Hashtag WildLOI. Hashtag WildLOI though. Part of the end of the show.
Yeah.
We get to answer some of y'all questions. A lot of y'all just leave a comment. It's cool, but we're gonna get to a point where it's like millions of people watching this, and that's not gonna work, nigga. So follow the rules. Just put hashtag WildLOI. Make us feel important and shit. But yeah, man, keep supporting everybody. Lauren, where can they find your music? Where can they find that fresh lemonade?
Lauren is the name. Period at the end. 𝙬𝙾𝚂𝚃, and that's Lauren, LAUREN. 𝙬𝙾𝚂𝚃. Go stream that record right now.
Mac.
Find me Mac0, MAC0 on Twitch, going on Fridays and Saturdays.
God, I love it. I love it when the homies is doing extracurricular activities to better themselves.
Thursdays, 8 o'clock, LOI the channel. We streaming, we live, we hot, it's ready. Serving it, nigga.
Yeah.
Get that.
Yeah.
Actually, we should set a fucking benchmark because a lot of people watch this.
Yeah.
So I want to see 10 new subscribers on LOI the channel. Just type it in just like that, LOI the channel. I want to see 10 new subscribers on that motherfucker. We growing this episode by episode.
And I want to see 30 likes. Like a couple hundred people watch this, we can get at least 30 likes. 30 likes.
If you're listening,
30 likes.
If you're listening to us say this, you stuck around for so long, you might as well.
You kind of have to.
You kind of like
You have to.
You've been, unless you just hate watching, which is cool too. But if you want to do some more hate watching, like the video and subscribe to our channel. That way, YouTube will recommend it to you so you can hate
more.
So you can hate more.
You can hate more.
You've been hating good. You've been hating real good. But you could do a little better.
Yeah.
You can always do a little better.
I was about to say, man, if you really want to know how to hate, follow us, LOI the show, IG. We hate all the time. But, yep, Jay Noblez.
Groove.
White man on the boards.
Yep.
At my right beside him.
Still me.
We're out. Yes.